Video game podcast.
Yes, whether it's a beer, a shot, or even a glass of wine.
A glass of wine.
Everybody hold it up.
A glass of wine.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I was posing.
And grab your favorite beverage and welcome to the Level 857 Video Game Podcast. Today, we are your hosts, Alg857.
The 23rd Stallion.
Sticks.
Turbo 857.
And your boy Big Chalk, what up?
And special guest that we got returning to the podcast tonight is a former game tester. He's also a wino, a family man.
Ooh.
But he's one of YouTube gaming's most authentic, real, raw, and well-respected content creators on the platform. Please welcome once again to our podcast and give a warm round of applause.
That's right.
For the one, the only,
Preach it.
Smash JT.
I mean, in all my years, that's the best introduction so far that I've ever had.
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, filled spotted with sprinkled with lies throughout it. I mean, I'll take it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, welcome back to the show, sir.
Yes,
sir.
It's good to have you back.
It is
Absolutely.
Yeah.
a pleasure and more so an honor to be here with you guys. I love you guys. You know that. And despite the peaks and valleys and hurdles of life, am I having internet issues? Please let me know. I can fix that if I am.
Oh,
You're good right
yeah,
now.
So
you're
far,
good.
so good.
No problem.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Cool. Despite the hurdles of life and the peaks and valleys, I will always make time for you guys whenever you want it. So thank you for having me on.
Oh, we appreciate that, man.
Appreciate you.
Feeling
Smash
mutual
JT on
smash.
every Wednesday from now on.
Yeah, every Wednesday, Smash JT. You heard it first.
No, I mean,
Oh, man.
it's in season.
He's like, wait, hold on. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Not everyone.
Daily podcast. Oh, man.
That'd be hilarious.
So how we starting this off today, guys?
Well, first we're saying what's up to the chat.
Oh, yeah.
And hopefully everybody
yeah.
got their wine because, we got to have wine with Smash here.
Hell
Yes,
yeah, man.
yes.
Yeah.
That's how we
honor
roll.
Smash.
Quick cheers. Quick cheers.
We got to
The
do the
return of
cheers.
Smash.
We gotta do the
Cheers.
cheers.
Cheers. The
Cheers.
return of Smash.
Return of
Smash.
Smash.
Oh, he's got the white one.
I mean, that means the world to me. You guys all got wine tonight. That's pretty amazing. So,
Pinky up.
thank
We
you.
were going to get a hot
Pinky
tub.
up, pinky
but-
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hot tub, wine.
Yeah. Technical issues. though.
Wait,
Yeah.
Too much electricity, you'd probably die. So
Nah, I just got my feet in the water
First of
right
all,
now.
I ain't getting in the hot tub with you guys. No.
Why not, man? Come on.
Those of you who knows,
Exactly.
You get your own seat?
Exactly.
only on his OnlyFans, man. Only
Oh,
on his
that's
OnlyFans.
right, that's right,
Only
yeah.
on your OnlyFans.
right?
I just got this little foot massager down here. Nah,
Is that what you call it?
that's all I get down here.
Oh, man.
We got what we got in the chat? We got Retro Advisory Board in the chat. We got
Yeah.
Lance Jennings. Good days.
Good
days.
days.
I saw Sean Dell in there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Mass produce.
Yeah, we got a bunch
Always
of y'all in there.
producing.
Sending, yeah.
A bunch of y'all in there.
Producing things in mass.
All right,
yeah.
relax. Relax over there.
You always got to put like some suspect spin on it,
I'm
dude.
just-
He said in
No, it's the
mass.
same. It's just the same joke. It's not a new thing. It's just the same joke.
Oh, great.
Oh, and make sure everybody can hear us. Can everybody hear us and Smash JT correctly on here? Is everything good? Let us
Clearly.
know.
Yeah.
At the right volume.
Yeah, tell them to raise their hand. If
Raise your hand. We're watching.
Oh, there's a Saru sighting.
Sorrow.
I'm gonna switch my internet over to my hotspot because my computer that I'm at right now is far away from my
Okay,
actual
okay.
internet. So it might
A
be a
little
little.
faster.
And he
Or
froze.
slower.
Oh, wait.
Right now. Hold on.
No, he looks very concerned right now.
Oh, there he is. All right.
He had the freeze.
You gotta do the switch thing.
There we go. It
Ah,
worked.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. We got Saru in the chat.
that?
What's going
Saru.
on?
Now it's
What's
working.
going on?
Saru wants to know where's the OnlyFans link.
Just check the description in our video. The link's in the bio, man.
When we hit 1 million subscribers, we'll see.
Yo,
Yes.
Chocolate.
I don't know what y'all waiting for. I'm trying to get paid.
Listen, it's a wholesome OnlyFans. It's no lewd, not even lewds.
Oh my god.
No nudes,
Wow.
no lewds.
Wow. I can't.
Wow.
Only cool.
Wow. Wow.
We're gonna go over games, right? What games we play?
Yeah,
Are we going to
We're
do
gonna
doing
start-
news, right?
No,
Oh,
we're doing news
no.
first.
Well, with the guests, I thought we were doing the games first.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, okay, we can do that.
Yeah,
We're gonna start
we
with
can,
the
we can change it up.
So we'll start with the guest, Smash JT. What have you been playing, sir?
Metroid Dread. All day, every day.
You ain't the only one, sir.
Dread. No, Dread. Bop, bop.
Life has been very busy. I've only gotten like 3 hours into it, 3.5 hours into it, because I'm only playing it before I go to bed. And I'm literally at the point where I'm like falling asleep with the Switch on my phone. I love it, but I have no time to play through the day. I'm working all day. I'm jogging. I'm taking the kids to and from school. I'm doing homework with them. I'm working some more. I'm making lunch. I'm making breakfast. I'm making dinner. I got the family man thing going on, and eventually everything winds down, and I can hold my Switch in my hands. And my wife says, "Hey, you want to pay attention to me?" I go, "Babe, Metroid Dread is out. I love you. I can play this game."
There's always time for Samus.
It's a great game. It's a great game.
I mean, if I was going to cheat on my wife with anything,
That's a hall pass right there. That's a hall pass.
I'll pass all day.
Oh, man.
I think we've all been.
Don't worry, I always know how to make it weird, and everyone just goes silent. They're like, "How do we follow that up?"
Yeah.
Oh no, we got.
Oh, don't worry, we can get
We got
weird.
you. We got that.
We could,
5 of us.
oh,
Man.
this could take a turn real quick.
Oh yeah, remember that OnlyFans link we were talking about?
Yeah.
Y'all want to see Zero Suit Samus?
Yeah.
What about Zero Suit Chalk?
Word,
Same outfit.
Hey,
Same outfit.
word. Or my Dragon Ball Speedos.
That's
Nah, none of that.
Oh, man.
taking the dark.
But I can wear full body spandex.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
yes,
okay.
absolutely.
That works.
It's like a wrestling attire, you know?
Yeah, I want to see your skin.
So I look like
I don't want to see it.
That sounded horrible.
You know what? I blame this on the wine. We're off to such a
Yeah,
fucked
dude,
up
this
you
start,
took
man.
2
It's a-
sips of that wine.
It's
Dude,
a port
this is a
wine.
port
It's
wine,
a pretty
man.
strong
Port
wine.
wine's fucked up.
It's pretty strong. It's my favorite wine.
Oh,
It's the
wow.
ports.
There it is.
What do you guys got? What is it, cab? What is that?
It's a port. I forget which port it is.
9%.
Drinking up the
Presidente? Is it Presidente?
No, presidential
Presidential.
Porto Tawny.
Okay.
19%.
Yeah.
Port.
Oh, I was gonna say, do you know what a port is?
Yeah. Portugal.
Wow.
No. A port is dessert wine. It's extreme alcohol content. You drink like a few sips of that shit. You
Hold
don't.
on.
You
It's
don't
not
Wait a
Portugal.
minute, wait.
It's not from
Hold
Portugal.
on.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. I want to slow down a second. He said, "Do you know what port is?" He said, "Portugal."
Yeah.
No, it's not from Portugal.
Dude.
Really?
Yeah, this is not like you pour a cab or a Merlot.
It's
This is
sweet.
like you're done. This is a sweet. It's a very sweet,
Dude, I don't know.
strong wine.
I don't know
Okay.
anything about wines, but
outside of Pinot Noir,
okay.
ports are my absolute favorite, and I never drink them because it's like so rare to have a moment in your life where you're like, "Oh, I just need a little wine." You know what I mean? Like, I don't need a lot of wine. There's never a time where I'm like, "Oh, let me just have a little
Yeah,
wine."
they have
But I
a separate wine glass for
They have a
those.
small wine
The small
glass,
little
right?
yeah, they serve in little small ones. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like a Zambuca
Yeah.
glass. They're usually smaller. Yeah.
Interesting.
Exactly.
As soon as he brought that over, I'm like, I'm gonna pour a lot in each and everyone's glass.
It's actually not a lot. in
Oh,
here.
you guys,
There's not a lot
you guys
in
gonna
here.
be feeling tipsy in a few hours. I love
Oh
it.
man, a few
Oh,
hours.
Listen, it's a
Yeah,
special. It's a special occasion, and besides, we have to do this before the news because if I
Yeah.
mess it up,
Wow.
that's the
you
excuse.
want the excuse?
That's the excuse. That makes it more entertaining too.
Like you didn't find anything. You didn't tell us anything important about the news. Yeah, that's because of the wine.
That's
Yeah.
because of the wine.
Oh man.
It's very tasty though.
It's like you guys did no research. I
No,
was
it
like,
is.
No, it's the wine.
It's the wine.
Exactly.
That is hilarious.
Shout out to Sean Doe. His birthday was yesterday.
Happy
Hey,
birthday,
happy
Sean Doe.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
Yes,
Hey,
absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Have you been playing anything else other than Metroid? I mean, I know time has been crunched there, but anything else?
with the kids, I've been playing Wii U. We just got into WarioWare for the Wii U.
Okay.
And I never ever played the multiplayer aspects of that game, and they're actually, not to go over the top here, but extremely underrated. Like really fun multiplayer. There's only like 4 of them to pick from because it's a single player game, but they give you like a multiplayer option, and the 4 multiplayer games are like super fleshed out games that you wouldn't expect out of the title, and we just replay those over and over again. It's really fun.
Nice.
We might have to get that on the channel.
Dude, we got to get the regular, the new Wario.
Oh yeah, that's true. We gotta
Wait,
get
which
that too.
which WarioWare is this? Is it the Game and Wario one?
Game and Wario.
Game
yeah.
Warrior. I never messed around with the multiplayer games in that. I probably should have.
I didn't even know there was multiplayer in that.
I don't blame you because I never did either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I put it in the other day because my daughter wanted to play the Wii U. I was like, oh, let's try this game. We haven't played this forever. And I was like, I'll have her play a single player. I was like, oh, there's a multiplayer? I didn't even know there was a
I
multiplayer.
never heard of it. Never even heard of that. Yeah.
Never touched it either.
It's just Connect 4.
we own the game. I've never touched
Just
it.
Connect 4. That's all it is.
It's just gonna. Wow, that's cool, man.
I'll have a lot of fun with that.
I want to play the new one with the multiplayer because that was made for it.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah,
got a lot
yeah,
more.
yeah.
They probably have a lot more than that one.
You guys are supposed to play, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
I played the demo. It's
WarioWare,
pretty
get together. Guys, you gotta get together. Get that video up.
It might have to be this
Good.
week, man.
good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we could do it.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Who wants to go with what they've been playing?
I'll go. I've been playing Battle Chasers Night War.
You still trying that?
You're still grinding. Still
No,
grinding.
I'm
You
like
didn't give up yet?
I'm like 20 hours into the game.
Really?
Look at you. Okay.
Yeah, no, that game is fun. It's just challenging.
Oh.
And you know how you get attacked by those airships?
Yes.
I
stopped
wiped
playing.
the floor with those bitches.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're playing it correctly. then.
Oh, so you figured it out. You figured out the.
No, it's grinding and a combination of inflicting as
Understanding.
many damage statuses as you can on each enemy.
I don't have
Wow.
time for grinding, man. I have a backlog of other games I got to get through, and that's why I
You
stopped
know,
playing.
that's what literally, not to interrupt, but that's what I said to my wife when I was playing Metroid Dread. I don't have time for grinding.
Right.
Because Metroid is important.
You know what's funny? I was thinking of something also.
Oh,
Smash
man.
kind of beat me to the
Oh,
punch.
oh,
There you go.
nice.
That was good. That was perfect timing.
Good catch.
Perfect timing.
Good catch.
Yeah, I was gonna say I knew you didn't like Jamaican music.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Damn.
So it was on the same type of thing.
That's not a bad one either.
I'm still playing Avengers. Can't get enough of that game.
I gotta get back to that actually.
Can't get enough.
No, that's it. Next.
What's this stuff?
It's one
I
game.
heard Avengers is
Oh,
different.
my bad.
Isn't it different on Xbox and PlayStation? Like different characters? Spider-Man's in one? And
No,
Not in the
Spider-Man's
other?
an
No.
exclusive on PlayStation. That's it.
no, it's exactly the same right now.
And which one you playing it on?
Xbox.
Okay, so no Spider-Man?
No, not on any system.
He's not out yet.
Yeah,
But I mean, when he does come out eventually, I'll play him. But I don't care.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
I don't.
You
Yeah,
do.
both
You
games.
do.
All the games are the same right now.
Yeah.
They haven't gotten any.
Is it cross-platform? Like, can you theoretically load up your save on PlayStation or no?
No.
Oh, man.
You could ask
Oh, man.
ask Chalk all about
See,
that.
that's
Shut up.
doing people dirty, man. Like, games like having DLC for one system and not the other, that's, I mean, I know that's not what tonight's topic is about. Man, that is, I don't like that.
well,
I don't like that at
Me
all.
neither.
Sorry.
We're going to revisit
sucks,
this
man.
topic, though.
$120
Soul Calibur did.
later, I still don't like it.
Soul Calibur did it.
We'll revisit this topic. We'll actually revisit this.
Yeah.
Well, Soul Calibur did it, but Soul Calibur had an exclusive for each system, where in this one, it's just Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
It's not like there's an exclusive for Xbox, is
No,
it?
it's
Nope.
no exclusive for Xbox.
No.
So that's so sorry, too bad, so sad, F you.
Yeah.
Basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, the exclusive on Xbox is free.
Yeah.
The Game
can't
Pass
really-
thing is
Game
cool.
Pass.
You
That's
can't really
why-
complain about that
Right.
extra.
That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
Game Pass is
So would you rather have Spider-Man or pay for the game?
It doesn't make a difference because I did both.
Relax. You had fun. You enjoyed.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
That's all right. Let me see. All right. Quick mentions. Metroid Dread. Yeah, playing that. Great game.
How far are you? How far?
Let's see. I just got the space jump.
Okay.
So
Further than
Like
me.
how many hours have you played it?
probably in like I feel like it's got to be at least 8.
Damn.
Yeah, at least 8 hours.
You got a kid though.
How'd you do that?
Switch is portable.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I have been getting my ass kicked in the game. It's a lot harder than you think,
No,
and I'm like experienced Metroid player, so
the bosses, some of them, I read reviews before I played the game, right? And they were just like, yo, the bosses are too tough. I'm like, come on now. Bosses, are they that tough? And I was, the first few bosses, like, okay. But then some of those bosses, man, I was like, wow, I was getting smoked fast. And I have like about 6 energy tanks, so I was, and they were just like taking them fast.
Maybe you're just not good at the
yeah,
game.
energy goes down in that game like faster than anything. Yeah,
That's true.
But when you beat the boss, you're like, but the bosses aren't impossible. Like when you beat him, you're like, yeah. I lost to a boss today. I'm not gonna do any
nothing new.
spoilers, right? But you're fighting 2 of them at once. The bosses
2 at a time.
You're fighting 2 of them at once, right? I lost to this boss, and I was getting killed quick, like 6 times. I was on the train here, right? And I was like, fuck these guys. I just kept fighting them and fighting them.
They learned the
And
power.
then I smoked them. And I was just like, fuck you guys. I was like, after I felt, I was like, they killed me 7 times in a row. And then when I killed them, they barely touched me. That's how I was learning their parent and everything like that.
Isn't that always the way with every game where it's like you're getting your ass kicked and then you finally beat them and they like barely touched you and you're like, how did that happen? Like I literally get my ass kicked every time, and then this time I didn't even get touched. Like
I was like in the zone. I was like in the zone. And that dash move, that phase shift thing where she dashes.
You haven't all gotten there. You haven't all gotten there.
I'm not serious.
Spoiler alert.
Kev's like, and then when you kill this person and he comes back to life, just ruin everything.
He's like, quick mention.
It
goes in.
Because I never saw that.
It's a great move though. A lot of power ups in this game though. The game is really awesome. But yeah, really awesome.
Well,
quick mentions
Nope,
though.
nope, that's it.
I'm not gonna go into depth. It's gonna be quick. Same Fire Emblem game that I shouldn't be playing because it was never released over here.
Damn.
That I shouldn't be playing.
That I shouldn't be playing, but I got an English translation patch for the DS. It's great. That game, getting a little further in that, but it's still frustrating. And I play a little bit of Astral Chain.
Finally, man.
A little bit.
Finally.
I own.
Yeah, I liked Astral Chain, but I got burned out on it after just playing it every night for like 2 weeks straight or 3 weeks straight, and I never beat it, and I just kind of walked away from it. I was like,
All right, so it's been fun, Smash. Cut him. Cut him. Can you just cut the feed? Cut the feed.
It's nice having you on.
It's nice having you on, Smash. Have a good one.
got Astral Lover in the house. What's going on?
You can't say anything bad about Astral Chain to the fanboys over here. You can't.
at least not to that guy.
Oh, no. It's not, hey, here's the thing, and not to cover my ass, but I liked it, but I just got bored. I don't know how to say it. I liked it. I didn't think it was a bad game. I liked it. I just got bored with it. I don't know how
Interesting.
I don't know how to put it.
He faked sip it. He faked sip like 3 times because he has a reply.
Yeah. He's biting his.
I used to
lip
like Smash JT. I used to like him. Now this has changed the complexion of the podcast.
I hope y'all are ready. It just got real.
You gotta get over it.
It's the real world.
I need a shot. No, I'm just
Jeff is a free thinker. He has his own opinion. He doesn't like Metroid Other M, and I got over that.
Hold on. Someone said I need my mic turned up. Let me talk closer to it. Who likes Metroid
That's me.
Other M?
I love it. I don't like it. I love Metroid Other M. I really do.
Who you dropped on your head as a baby?
Damn.
I love it, man.
You like Metroid
Yes.
Other M? Here's the thing. Like, I hear Rob Rule 2 review defend it to the death, and I've heard Joey Ferris defend it to the death. I gave it the old college try because I am the most diehard Metroid fan on the planet. I've played pretty much every Metroid game out there, including pinball. Not the one on the DS with like the Federation Force or whatever. I was so pissed about that I didn't even bother picking it up. But I tried Other M, and the dialogue was so cringy and so. It felt like I was watching like a B-rated porn.
Damn.
I've seen that one.
I can't.
I like that one.
I can't take this seriously. I'm like, this is. I'm your captain, and you're not allowed to use your powers on this ship without my approval. Yeah, because I'm the most badass bounty hunter in the freaking galaxy, and I've proven myself infinite times. But you're gonna take away my powers because it's the beginning of the game? Like, what? What kind of logic is that? I'm sorry.
I can't defend a lot of the narrative.
That's what Death does in Castlevania. Every Castlevania game, Death does the same thing.
Right.
Yes.
It's just a game mechanic.
Right.
It's called plot armor.
No, that's doing it. It's like, I can't stop that. Freaking death is coming and taking it away from me. Gotcha. My captain is restricting my moves? Come on
captain.
now.
It was a
captain
respect
now.
thing. It was a respect thing. He was like, "Oh, okay, it's your mission, your ship thing, your operation. I'll do it."
Look at me. He's the captain now.
I couldn't get. Sorry. I gotta try it again. But from what I'm saying, Do you understand?
No,
my
I do.
frustration
I
with
can't
just
defend. There are some things I can't defend in the game. I can't defend the last boss sequence. Can't defend that. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I can't defend that one. I wasn't really too thrilled about that.
Remember that one game you're gonna just say quick?
I know it wasn't. He mentioned other end. I'm so sorry, and this is my fault for the segue. But yeah, but the combat for me, where it gets me, the combat is so great. It like I could look past everything else. That's just how it is for me.
Just play Ninja Gaiden from Team Ninja if the combat's so great. That's what I say. I'm like, well, and I think I hold it in such disdain because I was equally opposite, like excited about it when it got announced and Team Ninja was doing it. I was like, this is going to be the definitive Metroid game that just blows the series out of the water. Everyone's going to be talking about it. Legend of Zelda, Super Mario, see you guys later. Metroid is it. And then I played that. I'm just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This?
Expectations were like,
Yeah,
That's what Metroid Dread is for. That's what Metroid Dread is for.
Yeah.
yeah.
They've done it now.
Metroid Dread literally dropped it, like Ghost dropping it out
That's
of
the way to do
nowhere. Like, oh, it's gonna be here in 2.5 months, and we're like,
Yeah.
what? We're all waiting for Metroid Prime 4.
No one's waiting for that.
Like no one's expecting that, and I'm like, a 2D
That's the way to do
Metroid,
it.
yes. So,
It's the way to do it.
anyway, you guys should know me by now. I'm gonna keep interrupting and keep talking, so you gotta talk over me and keep pushing through, or else we'll never get.
I
to
told
the
him just
Sorry.
cut his
All right.
feed. As soon
So
as he
the
said
game,
this thing, just cut his feed.
the game I was
Cut my feed
playing,
and move on.
the game that I played this week, it's October.
Pac-Man Case, what's up? Sorry.
Pac-Man case, what's going on, man?
Pac-Man.
I can't do the Pac-Man sound.
We got Maru, the original Next Level Gaming in here. Got some
Yeah, we got the
great people in here.
All-Stars. The All-Stars are in the chat right now.
All-star chat.
And
got
all-
the
and
squid on.
and they all get to hear what I played this week at some point.
What did you play this week, Sticks?
So on Throwback Thursday, which is soon to be titled something different, so I could play different stuff.
Yeah.
It's October, so I played some scary stuff, and I played Outlast, which I have never played. Like actually actually tried to play. I played it for a split second before, and I was like, oh, no, first person and too scary. Nah, not playing this. But for you guys,
Is that the? Can I just interrupt
Yeah,
real
yeah.
quick because I really like to do that? Is that the one where you're in like the nursing home
Yep.
mental
Yes.
hospital
with
place?
the camcorder.
I played that. I used to play that at like 1 a.m. until 3 a.m. when I had my second kid and I was up all the time. I used to play with all the lights off, and I was like, man, that's a legit scary game.
It
You
damn
got the right
sure
atmosphere.
is. Because I played through that, and you guys can see it. It's on Twitch right now. It's actually on YouTube. It's an edited version is going back up on YouTube, so you don't have to watch the entire thing. It's cut. And I have to say, I titled it "I Am Afraid of Everything" because that's what it feels like when you watch me play that. Every damn flicker of light, every sound. Because I had my headphones blaring.
Oh, that's how
And-
you gotta do it.
Chuck.
That's the only way. Yeah. that's the only
And I had
way.
the lights turned
Exactly.
down. And I had my red lights on.
Stream
It
song.
was all Halloweened out.
I will.
So definitely check that out. But obviously, just like everyone else, I've been playing Metroid and Metroid Dread. And I haven't gotten enough time in yet. I'd probably say about 2 hours or 2.5 hours or so. Maybe 3. But I have to say I've loved the game. The game is great, but I got lost very fast in that game. And it's hard to find. Like the map is different than a Metroid map. You know it's the blue map. It's the Metroidvania Castlevania map.
Right.
And it's not blue, and it threw me off. And I was like, what the hell? I can't look at this map the correct way. So I have to get used to seeing where to go and the little nooks and crannies, and I can't find out where to go next. And it's not really telling me where. And and this is the beginning of the game still. I don't have my damn ball. And it's pissing me off because in Metroid, you always can turn into the ball. You find that like very early, very early. And I don't have it yet. And every time I see a thing, like I can get in there. I can't go this way.
You're gonna have to wait, man. You're gonna have to wait.
You notice that,
It
right?
sucks.
Like you don't get into later.
It sucks. It's the first time in Metroid history that I haven't.
That
been
you
able
don't
to
get the
turn
ball
into that
so
first.
quickly. Yep.
Yeah, but
Did I just switched to my microphone. I think it was picking up on my laptop. Is
I
that better?
raised your-
maybe. But we did turn you up also.
Yeah, on our end, we turned up your.
So hopefully it's better.
All right, continue. Sorry.
But I did get up to the first boss, and you have your trial and error. You get your ass whipped first, and then you come back and whip the ass.
I saw that bat working you though. That was pretty funny. Bat. The regular like henchman.
A little ass thing.
Yeah, at the beginning,
bats that just,
the timing was fucking you up. You're like, God damn it! I was like,
listen, I can kill that thing. It's fine. It's fine. But no, it's I haven't fought a 2D boss like that in a while. Like they really have you learn how to fight these things.
That's cool.
But I love how quick it is, how smooth it is. It has some extra sheen, and they make Samus so cool. Like the stuff she does in it is just like a Ryu Hayabusa, like a ninja. Like she's cool in the game, and they have the cinematic explosions behind and stuff. Like she just poses for it. I'm like, yo, that's pretty dope.
Like do a move and then look into the screen and shit goes on in the background.
Jay, you never played the one for 3DS, right?
No, I'm talking about the one I'm playing now.
I know, but I'm saying no. I'm asking you didn't play the one for 3DS.
No,
It's the same fucking team.
That's fine.
And they took the DNA from other M into those games.
I don't care
into
about
Dread.
them. I'm talking about Dread right now.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
But yeah, it's a very cool game, and you really have to learn how to play it to actually get further. And when you're running from the damn thing, I know you've seen the trailer. Listen, you run from this thing, and that's a core part of the game. And they have big areas. Like it's not all the time, but they have big areas. It might change later. I don't know.
It's like
But-
Mr. X in 2D.
Yeah, and that thing will catch you. I remember I escaped him 5 times in a row. I was like, dude, I'm on fire. He keeps catching me. You got to hit the button at the right time, and it's very slim that you can get away.
Oh yeah.
And I did that
counter.
5 times in a row. I was like, dude, get off. Get out of here.
That's fear.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fear.
But yeah, it's dope. That's what I'm playing right now.
I'll go quick.
That's what she
Mikey
said.
B's.
Oh, damn.
Sorry. Anyway,
No one knows that
I
joke.
beat Crash Bandicoot 4. Finally beat that game.
Oh.
Nice.
Another tough game.
But you
Especially-
learned it, though. You get better at it.
Yeah. Died a lot.
That's the fourth one, right? Fourth Crash.
Yes.
I would have liked you to stream that.
I
Wait, hold on. Could you back up? Did you say I beat Crash Bandicoot 4 and then somebody said that's the fourth
yes.
one?
Don't
Okay, just want to make
we
sure I
ignore
heard
him.
that.
Yeah, no, we ignore him
That's the fourth one,
because
right?
he. Yeah.
No, it's actually not. It's like the 8th one.
Yeah.
No, come on. No.
No, it is.
It is.
I mean, if we're not counting the spin-offs, I'm pretty sure
Yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4. That's the fourth one, right?
Hold on. There's been that many freaking Crash games? That's crazy.
Maybe 9.
Oh boy.
Maybe 9 to 10 of them.
Yeah.
I only played the
Okay.
first
I'm just going to look at you.
We couldn't let that slide. I had
sorry.
to say
Thank you for
something.
that.
I'm like,
Thank you for that, Smash. That was good. But yeah, that's just a quick mention because I've been playing that for a while now, trying to find time to do everything else and play that game.
Now, did that ever come out on Switch? Because I know it was rumored
It
to
did.
come
That's
out. Did
what
it
I
ever
played
come
it
out
on.
on
It did.
Switch?
Yeah,
30 frames.
I had to get
Okay.
it on
30
that. So
frames.
that was the only way I could actually
If
play the
that,
game.
28 frames maybe. Yeah.
No, it's a good port from what I read. I read all the reviews. It said it's a solid port. They did a great job porting it over to the Switch. Yeah, it's not 60 frames or anything like that, but it still plays the same. It still plays good.
Sorry.
Texture's a little bit lower. I'm not a graphics guy, right?
It's portable.
As long as it plays
It's like Game Boy.
and I can play the game, it's good.
It looks good on Game
but
Boy.
I
It's
had-
like Game Boy.
The portability was why I bought it. That's why I got it.
Is
'cause
it
I
the
had-
best Crash, though?
Who says it's the best? It's
The
good.
best.
It's I don't.
It
I have
stands up to
I have to go
the
back
Crash
and play
test.
the other ones again.
It's like a crash test dummy.
They're all the
but-
same. No, I'm
No, but the power ups and everything are good. It's a solid game. It's good. It's really well done.
What up, Bruce Jones?
You know,
what up, Elvis?
speaking of not we can't just skip past people. Speaking of like Crash Bandicoot, you guys ever play Uncharted 4?
yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh heck yeah.
Crash
You
was in
remember?
there.
You remember that part? You remember
Yes.
that part where he sits down with his girlfriend or wife, whatever,
Yeah,
and
Oh
plays
yeah.
it?
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And talk about breaking the fourth wall. I'm like, this is like surreal right now.
That was a dope moment.
It's Inception.
It was
a
only-
game
It
within
really
the game.
was.
Only Crash game I played. That was the only Crash game I played. Was
Yeah,
that
you were a
Really?
PlayStation guy.
That was it. That was the only Crash
Oh,
game.
you've never played? Oh, wow. Okay.
No, that was it.
I don't even think I passed that stage. I was like, damn it, I beat this game. What the hell?
Well, it makes sense.
I beat
why
that
you'd
stage
be,
though. I beat that stage.
It makes sense why you'd be confused when I said I played Crash Bandicoot 4, and you were like, "That's the fourth one, right?"
No, because there's a number in the damn. Oh, okay.
It's about time, right? There was 3 before that. yeah.
Anyway, the only way I could even beat this game was because it's portable, and I was able to bring it with me to work, and that's how I beat it. So, my downtime, that's what I did.
I gotta play it. I gotta
But
play it.
for,
Definitely want to play it.
for Tetris Tuesday, I
That's my
got
game, it's my
You talked about two. Shut up, Jay.
I said, quick. I said, go watch it.
this
That
guy
was a plug. That was a plug.
and he brought the same game that everyone else talked about.
Damn.
Exactly.
Which I played also,
I didn't even
but
talk
I didn't even
about
mention
Outlast.
it. Exactly.
Bunch of rule breakers
Thank you.
all over the place.
Right?
Rule breakers.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Swear to God. It's
Crazy.
Anyway,
It's crazy. Sorry.
Tetris Effect Connected for the Switch. I played it on Tetris Tuesday. I played all versions of it. I played it on the Xbox, on Game Pass. I played it on PS4. I even played it in VR. But the Switch version, I gotta say, if you're new to the game, if you want to buy this game, I cannot recommend the Switch version. Get the PlayStation version.
Really?
Get the one on Game Pass.
Smash just went to buy it now.
I already bought it.
Oh, dude.
Still field.
Oh,
Still
shit.
field.
Okay.
Which is better,
Yeah,
Xbox or
alright.
PlayStation?
I got-
What are they saying?
Huh?
I got my PSVR. I got to play it on my PSVR.
Oh, yes. I played it in VR. I'm not a fan of VR,
get-
but
You'll be
some
crying.
people, some people will like it.
See, I love the VR, but it's like the frames per second kills me.
Yeah.
Like it's just you can only have it on your head for like 20 minutes
Right.
max before it gets
Two stages.
too much.
Two
I
stages.
can't
stages.
wait until I know Sony said they're working on PSVR
Yeah.
too. I can't wait because I feel like that was like barely scratching the surface of what VR could be for consoles, and I'm like, oh my god, just give me 60 frames per second for
Yes.
VR, and I won't get nauseous every time I play it. You know.
Yeah, it's gotta be 60 frames.
But speaking of 60 frames, this is the one time where I'm like, I think this is where it matters because
No
there
60 frames.
was a lot of lag in the Switch version.
Damn.
And not
A
even
lot
online.
of lag, and it's like that's a precision type game.
Can't
and,
have that.
And it was happening randomly. It was like you know how like some games aren't frame capped, so it's like it was just all over the place. It was easier in the earlier levels, but then when it started going real fast,
Well, the particles they had to
it
lay
would
off
just
on.
yeah, dude, it was too much, and
Frame
like,
rate.
I'm like, damn it, man.
Did
But
they have?
pretty
They don't have
hopeful
Tetris connected for PlayStation, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's on everything.
It's on everything.
It's on Steam.
It did come to PlayStation.
It's on
but
everything.
VR is
It's
not
on
in that one, is it?
everything.
They have everything.
No, it's not on VR. That's separate.
Okay. Okay.
They released what they did was they
So
released
Tetris
an
Effect
update.
was the VR one, and
Right.
then they
Oh,
released
cool.
a different one.
A cool thing is that it's cross-platform. So if you have whatever console you have it on, you can play each other, which is awesome.
Nice.
I support that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but
And the game goes slower on the Switch, so it
right,
depends.
but
You
if
might want to play
but
slower.
yeah, but if you now I know every time you complain about Smash Brothers playing Ultimate, every time you complain, you're like, damn it, fucking lag, this and that.
The pain.
I know that feeling, man.
The pain.
Because I'm like, I was messing up on like.
Yeah,
easy
but let's be real. Without lag, you wouldn't have any excuses. So
Oh, that's
thank
true.
you.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't translate well when you're streaming though. It's like you know, people are like, "Oh, this guy's just making shit up." I'm like, "No, it's laggy. Look."
That's why I can't play these.
But that's it. Yeah, that's it.
First, shout out to Elvis Roa in the chat.
You ain't
I won't
nothing
believe
but a hound dog
And Bruce Jones
crying all the time.
And I think I saw Jonathan
Jonathan
Soko.
Soko.
What up, guys? What
and
up?
Jonathan Soko.
John Sokoline.
Cyrus is in the chat.
Oh, Cyrus. That's right.
yeah,
Cyrus.
the original Next Level Gaming is in the chat. You got so many people in the chat.
All Stars, man. All Stars. I haven't been playing shit
How
recently.
you have?
All right, next. Let me
The,
start.
the only thing I've been playing was a lot of Smash Brothers. Definitely been playing a lot of Sephiroth, trying to get that elite. It's very tough to use them, man. Very, very tough to use them. And we need to see Smash JT make it to a Fighter Fridays with Smash Brothers arena, man. We need to see you in that arena, man. We got it because we had a fellow guest step in there finally. Our boy Jammer came in there and he got that ass whooped. And I don't know if we'll ever see him again. So we got to make sure that you come in there and get that ass whooped.
Let me put it this way with Smash Brothers. All right, so I used to really run this town when it came to Smash Brothers. Nobody could beat me. You know what I mean?
Small town.
And
Small town, very
and then-
small town.
Well, that's exactly what I'm getting at. I was playing. I went to college in Maine, right? So my roommates, I did a dorm room. We'd be the 4-player Smash on GameCube and 100-player matches, all nighters. Like that's a normal activity we did, and I would never lose. Then when it went online and I realized that the world was bigger than me, I realized I'm really not as good at Smash Brothers as I would have been led to think I was based off of my win-loss record in Maine.
Humble
Humble
pie.
And I did. I'll never forget. I did an online match on my channel, and OJ Player Essence came in. And he's like, "Hey, I'll hop in. I'll play against you." I was like, "All right, man. Hope you're ready for this."
You're gonna see the pain in his
Man.
face as he's talking about it too.
And I don't feel good even telling the story.
It's like you don't want to mess with this elite player. Huh?
This isn't being recorded, right?
No.
Well,
No.
The internet doesn't live forever, right? So, anyways, he beat me handily. Like I did not hit him.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that's why it's always good to say nothing.
Yeah.
Until the match is over.
And that wasn't even like one match, one player. It was like we had 5 lives each, and I did not hit.
Oh, so that was a painful.
Oh, that was just
match.
a beating every
demolished.
single time.
Demolished.
And then I played him again,
Oh, shit.
and I did not hit him again.
Oh, damn.
It was because of the lag.
What was the
Yeah,
character?
the lag,
What
yeah,
was
the
the
lag.
character matchup? I'm curious.
I was Samus, he was Fox.
Oh, fuck.
And even with range, he was deflecting it every time perfectly. I'm like, this guy's a computer. He's AI. I can't beat this. This is insane. And I'm like,
Wow.
I was like, my reflexes were on point. I was like, Miyagi catching flies. I'm like, I'm good. I got this. Still couldn't touch him. And I
Fox a
think
fast character.
subconsciously from that moment, I think that's when I shut it down.
It's like, I'm
do
done.
that.
I'm done.
Nah, that was just one moment.
Done. I mean, if and then it turns out like he's like a professional or semi-pro Smash Brothers player, and I'm like, I don't care if you're a pro. Like, I don't care if you are number 1 in
You
the
should be able
world.
to hit him.
I can't, exactly. I'm like, I should be able to hit
At
you
least.
for a guy that I consider myself not great. I consider myself a quality, good Smash Brothers player, and I could not hit him.
You gotta put that to the test.
So I just, I packed it
It
in.
happens.
Said I had a good life. I quit video games that day.
Damn.
You should make your dramatic return to our arena.
Yes. That
Yeah,
is
we'll play
perfect
theme
return.
music.
Yeah.
We'll play theme music. Get you in here.
Yeah, I mean,
So embarrassed. He embarrassed me so bad that day. I don't know.
listen. I'm not good at the game either, and I host the damn stream. So
Chuck be catching beatings
That
every
is
week.
true.
That's true.
That is true.
listen.
That is true.
But the last time I played, I caught that ill victory before I left.
Oh, that was
Fantastic.
the sleazy
That
victory.
was a sleazy win.
Chalk will jump on someone's head while they're falling and win. Like those types of wins.
Or he'll
Don't
accidentally hit the wrong button.
A win is a win.
False.
You know,
There's
like-
always memories. You can always reminisce.
Now, Smash is that game. When you get that ass whooped, you do think of turning this shit off for good. Like, there's some people who will whoop. I was getting my ass whooped before we even came on. Like, I was fighting some dudes. I'm like, oh, no. I was just like, no. Because you could lose, and then you could lose so bad you want to snap the controller in half.
Yep.
Like, someone was getting that work, and then Donkey Kong picked me up and threw me into the corner.
Ah.
You know,
I hate that shit.
He did it.
Oh,
He
I
did
fucking
it.
hate
I
that
was
shit.
just like, he
I
was
hate
getting
it.
that work the entire match. He said, nope,
Yeah.
let me just do this
Yeah.
cheap thing they didn't patch yet, and here you go. You're
I
dead.
do that
I'm like,
shit to DK players all the time. I'll be kicking their ass the whole time. They're like, oh, pick you up, jump off the stage, throw you against
Yep.
the fucking corner. I
Yep.
win.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I hate that shit. Now,
Yeah.
the reason why we continue playing is because we both have punching bags in our houses.
I thought you were the punching bag.
Damn.
Can't
Damn.
have that many punching bags in the house.
I mean, it's not Dragon Ball. It's not Dragon Ball.
Oh, damn.
Chill,
Damn.
chill,
Ooh, double
Chalk,
jokes.
I beat your ass in Dragon Ball once. It's gonna
Anyway,
happen again.
other than that, I played for like a hot second. I played Death's Gambit. I bought it recently in the eShop. And I just threw it in because I was like, let me get an hour in this game before we go on. Dude, there's so much shit at the beginning of like the cool little story going. I said, okay. And they said, what class would you like to be? It's like 8 fucking classes, and they let you try them out before you pick them. I said, holy shit, there's a lot of options. I was like, all right, I'll take this one because that has a cool combo. What would you like to start with? This healing thing, this thing. I said, oh my God.
Yeah, it's like
I said-
Mind blown.
I said an hour before the podcast, get the fuck out of here. I gotta sit down with this game.
Yeah.
So
It's like trying to start Skyrim before the podcast.
yeah, that's exactly But it looks fucking amazing. I know I'm gonna love the game, but holy shit, that was very
Actually, I just remembered. We played a co-op game stream. Mother Russia Bleeds.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did play Mother Russia.
Just remember.
That was fun, man.
And we did a complete playthrough.
And we did a complete, and we got the good ending.
That was good, guys.
Exactly.
What an underrated soundtrack.
Heck yeah, man! I
Dude,
forgot about that.
What an underrated fucking
Completely
soundtrack.
forgot about that soundtrack.
It's
man.
got a mood. It's definitely got a mood.
It's a grimy game, and it's
Oh, gosh.
really
It is right.
it's fucking grimy.
Demonetized.
Yeah, you ever see? Yes, you ever see that game Smash? You ever see Mother Russia Bleeds?
No.
Beat 'em up.
It's a grimy beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Like you'll see some shit. Like there's some
You guys,
foul shit.
your screen your screen froze on my end. Can I boot out and call you back because it's been frozen for a little bit? All right, let me call you right
All right.
back.
You know what? Since he didn't like Astral Chain, just don't accept the call.
Wow. Wow.
Anyone who does not like Astral Chain, I don't want to talk to them anymore.
That's hilarious.
Any more wine left in that?
What's good, chat?
Not for you.
Oh, yo, you gonna drink the rest?
Cyrus, you
little
should
bit.
still jump in on Smash Ultimate first Fridays of every month, and still get that work anyway.
Yeah. Everyone's
get that work
Everyone's
anyway.
allowed to show up until me and Turbo show up.
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing in the chat, by the way?
What's up?
What's going on, y'all?
What's really
We
good?
can conversate now.
Excellent.
Oh,
Oh.
done. All right.
Someone's calling. Someone's calling.
We're back in business.
Who could it be?
We're back.
Who could it be now?
It's me. All right, you're not frozen anymore. Cool.
Yes.
Now
Sweet.
I'm gonna pray to God that you're not frozen on.
No
we're
Sub-Zero
good.
on this side.
Here we go. We're going right back.
Let's do it.
This is why
We're good. Okay, good.
This is why Zoom will always be better than Skype because Zoom does that.
Nah, Zoom
Skype does that.
stinks.
We tried that.
But on another note, you know what we got to do now?
What time is it, guys?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
time for the news.
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that was good,
Yeah.
guys.
Welcome.
That was very great.
We almost did it correctly.
It was like an orchestra, you know.
Felt like we had instruments on that
You
one.
didn't hear the violins?
Could you imagine?
That's what that was.
Put that shit out like
It was chip tune violins.
The production value is exceedingly high every time.
It could
crazy.
be different, but we prefer it this way.
We just keep improving.
It's actually pre-recorded. Or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I have to say every time.
recorded.
It's a live remix every time. Who does live remix?
Exactly.
No one does that.
It makes
Only
every,
like Steve Aoki and Mike Shinoda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it makes
We even make our own sound effects.
every episode is unique because of it.
No, the Gadiz is actually a sample.
Wow.
We didn't come up with that, by the
Oh
way.
yeah. We
Oh, no.
We can't claim that as ours. We'd have to pay for it.
No, no.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
like
that's
the,
true.
ooh,
That's true.
the sound from
That's Tommy all day, man.
yeah, Tommy makes all the sound.
It makes all the sounds.
Oh yeah.
He's talented, man.
Oh, we got news.
Yes,
Yeah,
do.
man, we
we
got
do.
news, yo.
All right. So this is about the KFC console, actually. No.
The KFC console.
If I'm following the chat.
Gaming and fried chicken just go together.
All right. To the news. I was about to say switch.
I was like, yeah.
Man,
Oh, the wine kicked in.
heard it, right?
The wine
The
kicked
wine.
in.
You heard the S. Twitch is hacked, and its source code is in the wild.
Oh.
So, I mean, it was a massive hack, probably one of the biggest hacks of all time digitally. Besides that Nintendo one, it was pretty huge too. But this one was a 125 gig torrent link containing all of Twitch.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry
Since
about
it's-
that. Sorry
since
about
it's
that. Didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I
Damn, Al.
apologize. Sorry. Didn't mean that.
I take offense. Some people call me the biggest hack of all time.
Apparently, you have competition now, Jeff.
Which is giving me some serious competition.
Like the two biggest hacks occurred this week. They're like, no. But
Yeah.
it said that it contains streamers' incomes, which was like the biggest news of the whole
Yeah.
thing. And I mean, I don't care about what these people make. Who cares? They're doing well. That's all I have to say. I don't care. All of them are doing well.
Yeah.
No, I'm nosy, man. I want to know.
Yeah, how much are we making? That's
Yeah, how much are we making?
You know how much I made from Switch?
I think my opinion of the Twitch thing is it's frustrating as a smaller creator out there, someone just getting started, to know that the mountain to climb is near impossible because of what's the establishment has created already. It's basically what man, I don't want to
Go
get
ahead, do
political,
it.
but it's basically what the old establishment of America was, where everyone who was a wealthy family back in the day is doing great right now. You know what I mean? And I feel like with the digital age, everyone who was first getting into it and good at it, they're good for the most part, are established. So you can't get in there. You can't get into the club, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So that's my frustration with it, is it's not necessarily these are the best creators. It's just that these are the best known creators. And to know that these multi-billion-dollar companies like Amazon owning Twitch are pushing these companies, are pushing these creators to make them the front runners, if you will, to push their brand, it's a little bit disheartening from my standpoint.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I agree
one of
with
the one of the things that we found out was that Twitch allows them to do more than a regular person. Like they can break the rules
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we already knew that, but let's
Well,
be
yeah.
honest. That wasn't
They'll get suspended for a day or two.
It's like being a Kardashian on Instagram. You can do whatever the hell you want.
They are
Exactly.
social celebrities.
Especially
I mean, that's what it is,
Yeah.
basically. But I mean, there is a huge difference in how much they were making compared to 1 and 2 and 3. Like there was. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, like I said,
Yeah, there's some people I knew on there that I was just like, oh boy, you're making like what was it, like 1.8 million a
Yeah.
year?
I saw
Yeah.
some numbers. I was like,
Holy,
what?
like-
Yeah, dude.
some are like per month.
Some of them, yeah,
It's
some of
ridiculous.
them are.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
what?
yeah. I'm not talking. Those ones are another
Yeah.
echelon, but I'm just like the ones that I thought were like making like 300 a year, 350 a year, 400 a year. We're actually making like 1 million plus
Wow,
that.
yeah.
You know, I was like, wow, that's a lot higher than I was.
Well, those
expecting.
numbers aren't even real because they make so much more. That's not even off donations. That's not even off sponsorships.
Mm-mm.
So it's even like
That's just
quadruple
paying
what they
them.
say on there. It's
Jeez.
ridiculous.
That's just ads, right? Or a subscription also and
I mean,
everything.
like they give a damn
Emotes.
about
You
ads.
know,
They probably
I-
turn their
I
ads
will
off.
say-
They don't care about ads at that point.
To their credit, not all of them, but for the most part, what I've noticed is they live frugally and they act like gamers. They act like us, and they act like they don't have that much
Oh, yeah,
money.
Right.
Yet they have 1.8 million, 2.6 million plus ad revenue, plus sponsorship deals, plus YouTube funds, plus you name it. It's like these people got so much. They could buy 6 Ferraris and a mansion this year, you know, and still be fine. Like it's
They can
completely
afford
different.
like
world.
That's how you stay rich, though. You act
Yeah.
like you don't have it.
Yeah.
But you don't
We're gonna
see,
act the
And you
same.
grind like you need it.
you don't see the gold-plated faucets
right,
and the marble floors under that hot tub, though. You can't see behind the bubbles.
Dude, you know how many millionaires?
Hey, at least I'm honest with people about it. I don't hide it.
If I would have a Twitch throne, if I made that much, I'd be like,
I
yo,
would have a robot stand in for me during podcasts sometimes. Be like, what did you play?
I would have a heated, cold ass throne.
I heated cold ass throne. What?
That's why it's heated.
Heated,
How much do you
cold.
think? Let me ask you guys a
Don't-
question.
don't
How much
give
do you
him money.
think,
What was that?
How much do you think? How much do you think Dr. Disrespect makes on a stream when he was streaming?
Why I've never watched the stream from the dude.
Yeah,
I'm,
I've never
thinking, I'm
watched it
thinking
either.
he's in the millions. I'm thinking he's getting the mill.
Definitely.
I logged into one of them. I logged in one time before it started, and people were throwing like $500, $1,000 donations before it even started.
Oh,
Like this money is coming through just to get their name up there right at the
Wow.
beginning. And I'm just like, and I'm like, I can't. I had to turn. I'm like, I can't watch this shit. This is blowing me
It's
away.
like a
Like this is what the
like a
world is
stripper.
when you get there.
it's like a stripper.
Well, listen,
really
you got
is.
the
It's like,
character
yo,
down.
yeah.
But I mean, besides what they were making,
No. That's not just a stripper. That's a very, very high
Oh, yes,
class
yes,
stripper.
sorry.
Yo, this OnlyFans link is going in the chat right now.
I was about to say, why aren't you sending this link to people already, dude?
well, that's equivalent to OnlyFans.
Holding off.
real.
Big time on that.
You're
Jeez.
holding off.
Wow.
But I mean, it's not even about the people on it. It's about our passwords, our information. Like they said, they changed. Like they haven't leaked all that.
That was the
I'm
reason why we
curious about
started
that.
late.
Yeah. You had to change our
Because we had to
freaking
change the
key.
password in the freaking Twitch, man.
But I mean, that they haven't even hit us with like the huge breach from everyone's personal info. Like they kept that to themselves because
Yet.
it's 125 gigs of what text. Like that's a lot of information of text.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's stupid.
You know what that translates into? Hey, Amazon. That's what do you call that? God, I should know this because I work in the industry, but it's eluding me right now. But basically, taking the files and saying we have them, and then saying a ransom attack. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a ransom
Yeah,
attack.
ransomware.
We got them. We're holding them ransom, and all they did was copy the information. So it's a honor system that people in the hacking world use, where they're like, "Look, we got you dead to rights. Pay us this crazy amount of money, and we promise you not to release it to the wild." And typically, that's like a code of ethics for hackers that they hold true
If
to.
they pay.
If they get paid the ridiculous amount of money, They're like, okay, we'll delete the files. You paid up. It is like insane bank robbing in the modern day, which is what they did. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're asking for like $50 million, $70 million.
From Amazon, yeah,
Like a crazy.
probably more.
Code of ethics and hackers
Not
in the
yet,
same
Overthink.
sentence.
We haven't gotten there yet, Overthink. Don't worry, man. We'll get there soon.
Overthinks in the chat.
Hey, what's going
on, man?
What
Places
up?
in the chat.
And I am Zanzan.
Overthink Gaming, the #1 Amico.
No, I think he spelled it wrong.
okay.
It's double A.
Yeah, double A.
And actually, there's another thing that Amazon had in this. It's called Vapor, which was a rumored rival to Steam. So
Vapor.
they wanted to have. Well, it's vaporware apparently.
Yeah.
Here's the
Vapor
thing. You can't rival Steam because they're established. They run that world. They waited way too long to try to take it on. So why bother? That's what I would say. You can't do Steam better than what Steam
I
is
get all my
doing.
free games from Epic.
Can
though.
you?
I don't download anything.
I mean,
from Steam.
that's the thing.
What about
here's
Myst?
where I challenge that. Maybe moving forward as a slow transition over the years, yes. But right now, my game library is Steam, so I am. My preference is always downloading on Steam first if I'm getting a PC game because I want them all in the same library. But Epic, I will always just get my free games there. I've yet to ever buy a game from Epic because why would I? I'll just get them from Steam because that's where they all are. You know what I
bought
mean?
Dangerous Racing. That's the only game I bought from Epic.
Dangerous.
Wow.
Yeah, it's trash.
What
It's
the
trash.
fuck is that?
It's supposed to be burnout, but it's not.
Sounds like a bad B movie.
If you get like an exclusive game or something like that, that's different. But that's like that's been the secret to success for Nintendo over the years. Is people are like, oh, they're underpowered systems. Their technology is a decade behind what's going. It's like, yeah, but they have Mario. You're gonna count out. You're gonna count out Disney? Like, no, because they got Mickey. You're like, that's Nintendo. They got it. You know, you can't fight that.
No, exactly.
But Steam has the backlog. They have the database. They have everything. The trust, the longevity. So I don't. Amazon trying to get into that field is just, stick with what you're good at. Amazon. You're making plenty of money with what you're doing right now. That's the problem. Is they're trying to expand into everything, and it's just
rocket ships, man.
That's a
They're going to
dystopia
space.
I don't want.
You know what's funny? though?
Fortune.
Yeah, I know.
Don't get me
He just had Star Trek in real life.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. William Shatner, he's going up there.
He did. He just went up there. That's fine.
Yeah, he did.
He made it.
He made it.
He made it.
He's
He's 90 years old.
He's 90,
He did.
man. He's 90. He's old.
He actually went where no one else went. But in this whole hack, though, what's funny is they still did not mention anything about their streaming service. You didn't hear nothing about Amazon's streaming service at all.
Well, maybe they were like, we're trying it, and they're like, yeah, no, it's not
They still
worth
have
it.
that controller.
So they're just
in
kind
beta. What was it? I forgot what
Luna.
the name of it. It's Luna. They didn't even,
Luna,
they didn't
yeah.
mention anything.
Dude, when I first heard about the Luna, I was just laughing. I was like, what are they doing? Like, God.
Stadia.
Like, did they not notice that if you think of the biggest organization on the planet that's not called Apple, who do you think of outside of
Nintendo.
Amazon?
Nintendo.
Google.
Yeah, Google. No, definitely
Google. And Google did their Chromecast or whatever that device was, the Stadia,
And they couldn't even pull it off.
and that thing was
Right.
that thing is garbage. It's
not that bad.
garbage. Like I have it, and I'm like, why would I ever use this? Like what? I have the game systems. Why do I use this? It's useless to me personally. So to see Amazon going after a market that Google's trying to carve out that is currently failing is just funny to me. It's like they're fighting over something that doesn't even exist right now because that's where they see the future, even though that's not where the future is actually going.
It's like supposedly like Netflix and Blockbuster, where nobody saw. Okay, but Netflix is going to do this thing.
Netflix is getting into gaming too.
Yeah,
I heard.
Yeah, we
I'm
had
sure you
a
did.
news piece on
Dr.
that.
Disrespect. So
Yeah, we'll see about
he
that.
made a pitch.
Yeah,
to,
he did a
Netflix.
pitch. That's the only guy with power enough to pull it off.
Yeah.
He gets
You need a
$500 every 5 minutes.
Right.
He can
He's a
do
celeb
this.
to
He can do this.
to pull it off, man.
We know how much he makes. Nah, we don't. He's not in Twitch.
He'll be the next. It'll be the next mixer.
Imagine.
If my finances leaked onto Twitch, you can see that I made a total of $0 left.
If you look on the very bottom of the list,
Yeah.
you might see us
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You got to really search.
Yeah.
That's 120. That's a lot of gigs, man. You can't find us in there.
I'm tied with an infinite amount of people. With
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, let us know if you think this is going to be an even bigger thing later down the road, or you think that's it for this whole leak. Yeah. Okay, we can talk about some trailers now, so I don't even have to look at my phone.
Yeah.
So there were some trailers that came out, video game related. Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City and Shenmue the animation.
Sorry, Shenmue.
So that was left field. Both of these were actually left field for me. I thought, like I've read occasionally, oh, Resident Evil's coming out another movie. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then it was like, oh, no, it's going to really be based off the game. And I was like, yeah, whatever.
Then they watched our podcast with Radical Reggie.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo,
yeah,
let's release the trailer.
Yeah.
2 days later.
Yeah. They know.
Well, no, they announced the Netflix show, and I was getting confused. I was like, all right, what are they talking about? Is this going to be the show they're talking about, or is there a movie coming out? And they didn't hear nothing about this movie.
Yeah.
And then the Netflix one came out, and I was like, yawn on that. And then, like, I don't know. I didn't like the Netflix one too much.
Right.
But then this movie, I was like, okay, so there is a movie. And then it pops up a trailer out of nowhere after they announced, like, a month ago maybe, the cast. And everybody was like, who are these people? They don't look anything like. So get that out of your head, like what they look like. All right? They're going to play characters, whatever. They're not going to look like the people from the game.
Right.
But they are the characters. Other than that, I mean, well, the actual first trailer that came out had a song. And it was what's going on? It was what's going on? And I was like, this seems like an odd choice for Resident Evil.
It's a karaoke song.
Hey, we're headed towards B movie
You know
status.
what's really funny? I feel like
I
a
thought
lot of
He-Man
action
sang
movies,
that, right?
a lot of action movies, and even like trailers recently have been picking songs that are not that are just like off key
They're not
for
working.
the
not
tone.
not applicable to the current.
Well, you saw
tone,
with Sonic.
But
did.
some of them
Gangsta's
work.
Paradise.
Yeah, Sonic Gangsta's Paradise. He-Man, I need a hero.
Yeah,
That was actually hilarious.
It was funny, but it was like, damn,
It was
man.
still
Some
off
of
key,
them
though.
work, though. Some of them work. The Batman trailer?
But Sonic with Gangsta's Paradise
That was not good.
That was terrible.
Wait, which one?
That was
Gangsta's
weird.
Paradise
I
was
was
Oh,
like,
no,
what?
that was a terrible.
that was
There's
was
nothing gangster about Sonic.
Yeah.
that was
god awful.
gangster.
That was god awful.
Yeah, he was a gangster in that one. That was that was the Sonic.
Like that was one of those that was so bad that it wasn't even good. It was actually worse than good.
Well, speaking of bad, like, so this is my thing. I'm kind of happy with how this Resident Evil is turning out because they did have a lot of scenes, and they had another trailer. They had a second trailer that was better and didn't have that song in it because they probably got a lot of backlash. Of course. And then, they released it in another country, and it's like, okay, that didn't have that song. But it was cooler. All right, so Resident Evil originally was B-movie cheesy. It's not to be taken seriously. I think people forget that. That's why when I see this trailer, I'm like, it's pretty B-movie bad, but there's a lot of scenes that they actually put in from the game.
Yep.
So I was like,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah, I wasn't upset about it. I mean, it's. I'm not gonna be blown away by.
I think I'll be
yeah.
entertained enough. by the
Yeah. I
movie.
think I saw enough to be like, I'll sit down, and
Yeah, it looks like it's
Yeah.
sticking close to the source material,
I'll
which
sit,
is what we want.
yeah.
Yeah.
Closer than the other movies.
I haven't personally seen it, but I've heard people say similar things to it that you guys are talking about. I would like that as opposed to my initial impressions of when I was a kid going to watch the original Resident
Yes.
Evil movie and being like,
That's not it.
what? I'm like,
This is not
That's not
Resident
it.
Evil?
That's not it.
Now you went to the movie and you were like,
So
"What is
I'm
this?"
interested.
You were
Pickle
Barry.
sandwich.
Yeah.
This isn't a Jill sandwich.
but
Where's Chris?
There's my Joe sandwich at.
the main
Where's Jill?
the main problem I had with the trailer is that why does Leon have a goatee?
Like I said, get the picture of them out of your head.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
And why does Claire look like some chick I work with at Applebee's?
Because she probably is. Don't you know most actresses work
Like-
at Applebee's?
Like it looks nothing like what Claire is supposed to look
She looks
like.
like a hostess from
Nah,
Apple.
you
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
get
like
that.
no,
You
not
gotta
a
look-
hostess because the hostess is a hotter.
Damn.
Not saying she's busted or anything. It
This
just
is a
seems like
zombie.
it's like a
Zombie apocalypse. You can't do your makeup.
Wow,
no,
we
not-
about to get canceled.
no. She's not busted or anything. It doesn't look like Claire. It look like just like a chick friend that you got. Like just someone.
I'm sure Claire was
like, it looked like a
You're not
side
helping the case, bro.
It's like it looked like a side piece.
Eric, you sound like a guy that never watched the original Super Mario Brothers movie with John
I mean
Leguizamo,
that is
that was something we weren't
that's
supposed
a
to like
that's
either.
a different that's a different ballpark.
Talk about not going with source
I'm
material.
glad I never saw that.
By the way, holy shit.
You know what? Here's the thing. Unpopular opinion, completely off track of what we're talking about. I love the original Super Mario
Stop.
Bros. movie.
Whoa.
Sorry.
First the astral chain
I loved
comment, and
Yeah,
now
dude.
this. That's
We will
two
let that-
strikes.
we gotta
Who
let
are
that-
you?
we
That
gotta
is-
let that slide.
That's
thought we knew
two
you.
strikes.
Jeff, I thought we knew you.
You don't like other M, but you like the original. Super Mario.
It's just
Okay,
like,
okay.
man, listen.
While we're giving unpopular opinions, I'm going to give you one
That's
more.
the
and I
third
wanna-
That's the third strike,
I'm
though.
ready. I'm
That's
ready.
it.
Okay, this might be a third strike or it might be a grand slam in the bottom of the ninth.
My
You don't
body
know.
is ready for
All
this.
right?
Let's go.
The original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie should have won Academy.
Oh, no, no,
respect
okay.
it. No,
No, that's a
I
home
like
run.
that. Yeah, that was good.
That's a home run.
Home run.
Okay.
That is a grand
Jeff
slam.
just saved the
You
game.
saved you
In
saved
the
it.
bottom of the ninth, he knocks it out of the park.
We're actually going to turn your mic up now.
Talk about that movie. You go
Holds
back and
up.
watch it right now.
holds
That
up,
is
yes.
hard.
I saw it
it
like
holds
two.
up.
I saw it 2 months ago, and it's incredible. Still, it's
Yeah.
still incredible.
Yeah.
Still
Holds up.
fire.
Yeah, definitely.
That holds up.
I'm gonna change the mood. Did you guys play?
I
watch the
can't wait.
third one?
You know what? I gotta watch. I'm gonna watch that tonight with my kids. After this,
It
we're gonna
always
watch
holds
it.
up.
It's time. It is
And then
time
watch the third
to
one.
introduce
No.
it.
No. Don't even watch the second one.
No, we were talking about how
No,
bad
watch
the
the
second
third
one
one.
was.
The third one is god awful.
That's okay. First one though. First one is God,
Incredible.
Like
Great.
that is amazing.
Because
Amazing.
it was like
Yes.
It's a
Movie.
it's
My ear.
He's slicing my ear.
it was a kids movie, but it was mature though.
Damn.
Yeah.
made a funny.
No, it's classic. It is
Who
classic.
was that? Was that in the field painting? Was that Donatello painting in the field with April? Like
so.
out there? I was
I
like,
think
this
so.
is that only in the '90s would that shit happen, or the late '80s. Like that's
You don't think
so
a turtle would paint?
Hell yeah.
weird
A turtle would
and
paint
acceptable.
slowly.
Like
Very slowly. But getting back to Resident Evil, I mean, I can talk about turtles all day.
Resident Evil Shenmue.
But
back on
But
the
I mean,
rails.
we're gonna get to Shenmue too. But yeah. So Resident Evil. I mean, some of the lines in the trailer were cheesy, and I was like, okay, whatever.
That's Resident
That's
Evil.
fine.
That's
That's
Resident
fine.
Evil.
I could look past that. The CG on the other hand, that's the only thing I really had an almost big deal about. I was like, I hope that's just in the trailer. I hope they got some more money for the movie. But they did show a lot in the trailer. They did. They showed a lot. Usually they'll show you like, okay, that's a zombie, and we've seen Walking Dead. Zombies look better than Walking Dead.
They always do.
They always do.
Yeah.
And that's just a TV show. This is the movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, they use makeup in Walking Dead. They don't use too much
CG.
I think
CG for that, right?
No.
That's why I haven't watched the trailer. Is because I'm probably gonna watch the movie, and I don't like trailers that
They
show
showed a
too
lot.
I
much.
hate that too.
So if I know I'm gonna watch it, I'm not gonna watch the trailer.
They'll
You
show
know
you
what I
the
mean? I'm
ending.
just gonna
The
go see
ending's
it.
going to be in
Yeah.
there somewhere.
I'm with you on that. Man.
Exactly. So I'm like, I don't need to see the trailer if I'm going
It's
to see the
supposed to
movie.
be.
It was like that Free Guy movie. I went to go see that because I heard it was like a video game themed movie. I'm like, okay, I'll go see it. Like I didn't need to watch a trailer
Right.
for that. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
okay.
good.
I saw it. I
was
liked
good.
it.
I haven't watched it yet.
I got it.
I want to watch that.
It's definitely
Good.
worth watching.
I'll
Good
check it
movie.
It's like GTA, kind of,
Definitely.
but not. It's not GTA, but it's like in the
Yeah,
world.
it's like GTA.
Yeah.
movie.
And a spin
Yeah.
on it.
That's cool.
But
Yeah. It's like if GTA met the Truman
Yeah.
Show.
That's
Oh,
that's
wow, that's an accurate description.
That's interesting.
Accurate.
Right?
Interesting, really.
Smash is making a comeback now. It's making
Yeah, winning us over, dude.
I hit some foul balls every once in a while. I take a miss sometimes. But I'll hit it once in a while. You know?
It's gotta be the wine.
Yeah,
It's the one.
But yeah, it's supposed to be a Resident Evil 1 and 2 storyline in one movie.
Oh, cool.
So looking forward to it. It's happening very fast. It's coming out next month, I think, into next month. So expectations aren't too high, but I'll probably enjoy it.
I'll watch it because I know
I'll give it a
Resident
shot.
Evil
Yeah.
story and I'll laugh at
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of the Easter eggs in there and shit like that. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue, another one, Shenmue the animation. I was like, I didn't hear about this at all.
That popped up out of nowhere, dude.
Yeah.
There was no rumor or
I didn't
anything
know
like
about
that.
that. No idea.
Yeah, definitely. It Ortoned us. But
Yeah, Orton does.
yeah.
They revealed it at what was that?
Comic-Con?
Comic Con.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm not going crazy over the animation, but it looked like
No,
it
look
looks like
good.
an anime.
No, look good.
I didn't get much out of the trailer, which is okay, I guess. I'm not really following the Shenmue story. I'm sure that's going to be more
Well, you
your
didn't-
thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be great.
I thought the trailer was dope, actually. I
Yeah,
thought it was
I
very
just thought They
good.
showed a lot of fighting. And that's it.
Because I always thought Shenmue was very blandish in terms of like the main character and like the actual default story of
They
you
better
killed
make
my
him better.
father and let
Yeah,
me go
right.
hunt you down. But action was good.
No, you skipped a part about going to the soda machine, getting soda out of it. Yeah,
Knocking
go on.
on empty room doors.
Was that
That's
the
what I
first-
was. That's the
Collecting
first hour.
gumball.
Was that the first game with
I
product
need to
placement?
avenge my father, but first,
Racing.
let me go get a soda.
It's very important to keep your caffeine
Oh.
fill.
I actually
Oh,
would.
it was Pepsi Man. You're
I
right.
would like them to do that game like that style, do it anime style, dude. That shit's, they look
That would
pretty
be
cool.
cool,
They
yeah.
look cool.
I do have this.
Oh, like Wind Waker. That would be awesome.
be very
actually.
awesome.
I would love that. Like cell shaded. Hey, Reggie's in the
Oh,
house.
Radical
Reggie.
Reggie.
Oh, you all did it now.
Reggie's like, yo, that's gotta be my intro now.
That's
That's
definitely
gotta be my
gotta be
intro.
Oh man, but
It's like we practiced that. That was
oh yeah, this guy's right.
Of course, he's here for Resident Evil, man. That's
Yeah, exactly. Just in
Shows up
time.
just in time.
What do you think about the trailer? Huh? But yeah, Shenmue. I mean, I do have faith in hopefully that they'll finish this damn storyline with it. That might be your only hope to get this thing going.
The funny
So
thing is, it's not even like it's an epic story. Just finish the fucking
they didn't
thing.
finish it.
Yeah, just finish the shit.
And they lied to everyone and said this is the end, but no.
Motherfucker, this ain't
There's
The
a
story is
cliffhanger.
great. The story is great.
But hopefully, what is it? This is gonna be on Netflix? No, right? What is this coming on?
I'm not
I don't
sure.
even know, dude. This shit just popped out on IGN, and I'm like, where is this?
I have high. Listen, if it's
Sure,
on, if
Crunchyroll.
it's,
some
Crunchyroll.
streaming.
oh, it's
platform,
Crunchyroll. Yes,
Oh,
it was
okay.
Japanese.
Crunchyroll?
That's right.
Crunchyroll.
It was Japanese, so it's coming straight from
Right?
over
So I'm
there.
not watching it.
Yeah,
So
it's got
just sitting
subtitles.
there,
It's got subtitles. But then that might be the more authentic way to watch Shenmue, right? In the 80s, with a bad dub would have been perfect.
Oh God, no, on VHS.
But you gotta have
On
the.
VHS.
You know, I want the bad when he's working and they're lifting the crate and he's like,
Yes. Oh, I wish that was just.
Yeah, put that in there.
They got to
Just
put
that
that
part.
in there.
I want 1.5 hour episode of him just listening.
Yes.
They gotta have
Yes.
filler, man. They
Yes.
gotta have filler. To be
Please.
Shenmue, there's gotta be filler.
You have to have the bullshit in there. When the guy said, I took the photo. Man, that
yeah.
shit, your face was asking.
And in the third season, it has to get worse fighting.
Oh God.
Oh.
Quick time.
If they're representing the third game,
Oh.
you gotta do it.
just shit on it.
Oh, man.
The fighting wasn't bad in the
Now,
third one.
Reggie said, wouldn't it be cool if Alice shows up in the post credits? Here's the thing with Shenmue. I never got into it. I got the Dreamcast when it first came out. I bought all the launch games, and then I think I sold it before Shenmue came out. And then I was like, oh, I really want to get into that someday down the road. I'll get it. And then by the time I finally had the money to get it, I was married with kids and didn't have time in my life to play it. So
That game single-handedly destroyed Sega, so I don't like it.
Damn.
Oh
Whoa.
wow,
Whoa,
dude.
whoa.
$90 million from a company that wasn't making any million.
No, man, they didn't destroy Sega. Sega just didn't know.
Sega destroyed Sega.
Sega destroyed
Sega took that blade and
I mean,
said,
They
Trying to say
imploded. They
the
imploded.
32X killed Sega.
conversation. I wonder. It makes you think. What came first, the chicken or the egg? You know? Did Shenmue kill Sega or did Sega kill Sega?
I'm going to go with Sega killed
Sega,
Sega.
yeah.
Saturn killed Sega.
Oh, that
That's
hurts my heart.
disrespectful.
Shit, it hurts
That's
my
mad
heart.
disrespectful.
Please
Oh,
take
it,
that
cost,
back.
it cost too much, man.
Oh,
The
it
32X.
hurts.
is
Not a bad
actually-
decision.
Oh, it hurts my heart.
People copying Dreamcast games is what killed
Dude,
Sega.
Nintendo survived the Virtual Boy.
that's
Nintendo
true.
survived the Virtual Boy and Nintendo 64.
Dude, I used to
They're
rent
smart
people
with that
Because they're in the
money.
mafia or something, dude. They got mad money.
The Yakuza.
I used to rent games. I used to rent.
That's what Shenmue is now. See the tie-in?
Damn.
Yakuza is what.
I mean, I would go so far as to say as Monkey Ball is a better game than Shenmue.
Might be more fun. It might have more.
But the thing
legacy.
is, you can't even like Shenmue. I always say it's an acquired taste. It's an acquired taste. If you started playing it when it came out, I enjoyed it when I played it. But I don't know if I think it should have been upgraded as like years went by. You should have
Yeah.
added some things to
It's
it.
a product of its time.
It could be amazing if you did it
Yeah.
like the right way
Isn't that-
nowadays.
Eric, to your point, man, isn't that interesting? Like looking back at those games, like for example, like Phantasy Star 2, like that was at one point in my life, like nothing will ever get better than that game. It was amazing. And then looking back, it's so much grinding over and over and over again that would never
A lot
hold
of
up
pain.
today. And I can't go back to that style of game now. And I'm like, is it really as good as I thought it was? Is that just nostalgia speaking? It's so hard. It's so hard.
But
no,
but
that was just that's what was around.
Yeah,
that
well,
was it.
Well, it's also there's a lot of things that hold up in that, and you know, something like Phantasy Star 2. The soundtrack is still incredible to this day. You know, the
Oh my God.
actual things that happened in the game, you know, the story and stuff like that, that still holds up to this day. It's just how the things played out from your side. You know, how, you know, you have to grind to actually kill somebody in that fucking game. And you get worked by those damn... You know what? I'm getting tired of this.
He's dying over
Need some
there.
water, Chalk? You good?
Good?
Man, kids these days just don't know how to grind.
He really needs some water.
Are you sure Chuck's
You need
okay?
a coffee.
I need some water.
You know water?
Some water? I'll get you water, bro.
I'll get you.
Get that guy some wine. Water.
Yeah,
get
get
some
some
water.
water.
out
Give him a
here.
sip of
Got
your
wine.
beer.
Give him some wine.
The wine is what did
You
this.
said beer?
You don't gotta cry about it, Chuck. You good?
My throat is scratching out.
Yeah.
I know that feeling when you got like
Mine,
a scratch.
mine too, actually.
Reggie, we're gonna get to the Amico.
Someone get that guy
Reggie-
a mask. Cause he got the Rona.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We got to quarantine you, bro.
Quarantine.
See
Actually,
you
wait a minute.
in a glass box. Put 'em in Put
That's-
chalk in the booth.
That's too good.
Well, room. We'll mic it
I'm
up.
dying over
there
here.
you go. We got
Thank
you.
you.
We got you, man. We got you.
I got you, baby.
And then as
There
soon
you
as
go.
you
We
start
good?
choking, I move on to the next news.
Hey.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Got
Oh,
that,
good,
that-
man.
got that Barry White voice back?
Yeah.
Ah.
Good stuff, man.
All right, so if you guys are anticipating these movies, and if they hit you out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and you're anticipating it, let us know in the comments.
Yes.
Yes,
Moving on to the next one.
I'm sure you guys
Oh.
gonna love this. Y'all gonna love
glad,
this.
I'm glad you got your voice back now.
Yeah. Take it over. Nah.
Oh, wait. Oh, shit.
You good? You good?
You all right? We're
Good.
All
I'm
right.
good. I'll live. I'll live.
Marvel's Avengers. You heard that?
Marvel Avengers.
Marvel's Avengers adds paid XP boost, and fans are in an uproar.
And just as things start getting good.
All right, so this is the thing, right? They originally said that they will not add any paid content that is not cosmetic. Right? They said that. They
This
said
fucking happens.
no. They said that, and you know they stood their ground
No, good thing around. Yeah.
until the game was on Game Pass for free. That changes the game because obviously you're not buying. What is it? It was $60 when you bought it, right?
Yeah.
So it was a full price game. Obviously, you're not going to have like things that are going to change how the outcome of the game is through experience paid with real money. You have to do the grind, and but they did change how you get the grind, which made it slower because they said the game's pacing was being messed up. So
I gotta ask
Yes.
a question though. Does that mean that your game is inherently flawed if there's too much grinding to get to where you need to be? And as a gamer, as all of us are, I don't understand why you would keep playing the game if it's inherently flawed and boring you to the point of grinding and not enjoying the experience to putting it down and picking up a different game. Why would you pay money? I don't understand the people that do this. Who are these people and why do they do
I don't
it?
understand either. So the thing is, you don't have to buy this. It's in the game. You can grind. You can gain your experience. You can play the game as it was meant to be.
Right.
People who
But that's
Yeah.
my point. Is what is it inherently flawed because there's too much grinding? Because if you can
Well,
pay
they're
to skip
changing
it,
the way.
that means there's a problem with the game.
Well, the thing is, they have a lot of characters, and they are a lot of people who just started playing, and a lot of people who have been playing since has been released. So they're trying to get that new audience to get all their characters built up as fast as possible from a free game. So if you are going to spend $60 on this extra experience, all your characters are going to be built up. So it's not like you're wasting or spending more than you would have. The game is free now.
Well, is it really?
Is this what gaming is turning into though?
Hopefully not.
No. I
Like
don't-
this just makes me like just rub my temples.
Your
like
head
what?
is gone.
What?
You're rubbing your whole head away.
The green screen disappeared.
The green screen, it looks like,
your
half
head
your
off.
head was off.
Your forehead just disappeared, man.
That's hilarious.
He's like, I'm rubbing my head. What head? There's nothing there, dude. It's
No,
gone.
but I had a question though with Game Pass. Like, if you have a game on Game Pass, does Microsoft pay you to have that game on Game Pass? Like,
They pay the company, yes.
They're paying
Yeah.
the company.
lot of
Okay,
money.
They
So
pay the
that
company.
company.
From what I understand, it's based off of the downloads and the hours played of that
Okay.
title. That they pay a percentage of the Game Pass
Oh, okay.
fees to those game
Okay.
companies.
The more popular the game is to them, the more they're going to get paid out.
Okay.
Plus
then, so
initially-
then why, if it's free?
Popular, or the more addicted someone is to playing it for longer amounts
Right.
of time, which creates a situation where it stops games from inherently being, oh, let's make this game short and fun, to let's drag this experience out and get someone hooked to make them just keep coming back all the time to it,
Right.
even if there's this promise, is the carrot dangling on the string in front of you, this promise of this payout someday down the road. That's exhausting just to think
I
about.
think
From my
I think
perspective,
it depends.
like I play a game and have fun.
I think it
What the
depends
hell?
because a lot of indie titles will get the initial payout to recoup the cost of making the game at least, and then anything afterwards is going to be bonus to them. And if they didn't know about it or you didn't hear about that game, it's better than taking that loss. That's why a lot of the indie games will go on to that thing.
Game Pass will promote it up front when it's new and stuff like
but
that.
a AAA game has to be pretty much failing pretty hard to jump on there to say this is where we got to go to make some money. But I mean the complaints, I don't get it. I don't get the complaints. Obviously, like listen, you don't like I said, you don't have to buy it. The initial game that you play gets you enough experience points with that character. But if you want to get all your other characters built, you have to play the game.
I don't have a problem with it. What I do have a problem is when the developers change the way you grind, like they make it tougher for you to grind.
Assassin's Creed.
Well, also
after you already
Battlefront.
started, after
Battlefront
you get a foot on it,
Star Wars,
and then they changed it.
No, Battlefront 2 did the same thing, right?
In the beginning,
something similar in the beginning, and then they had to do a 180 because of the backlash of the same. This is actually very similar to that.
But you still had to buy that game. Wasn't free. Or wasn't part of
Well,
anything
eventually
like
it
that.
was.
It was after, a
Eventually
year
it was.
later.
Eventually it was,
Yeah,
but
they
at
took it
that
out. They
point,
did take it out.
But at that point, they did change it.
But that was like harsh.
Right.
Like you had to buy it.
Yeah. I mean,
you had to buy that.
yeah. But I mean, you still have to get a Game Pass service, and you still have to get it. You know.
But I'm not
You still
buying
have to
this.
pay-
I'm not buying any of that XP.
I'm just saying.
So I'm
like,
good. My characters are level 6. I'm good
I
still.
don't have a problem with grinding. I do have a problem with when they skew when a developer skews
To get money, yes.
to get money or whatever, like a gambling service. Like they'll skew it so that you don't win. You know, like
Yeah.
but you're
If
paying.
you- if you had to.
like, no,
It's a
man,
very
it's
tough thing
messed
too,
up.
especially something like the boost, the experience points boost. Because if you think about it, like Avengers is a game that you're going to keep coming back to, and as they keep releasing more games that you're going to want to play, you're not going to go back to the initial grind of Marvel's Avengers like you did when you first got it. You're going to want something. Oh, I need a boost of something, which used to be free, and since it was free, it would make you want to play the game more because you could level up your Black Panther character that just came out a lot quicker. But if you are charging me now it's like, I have no time to build up this new dope character because I got a backlog of like 5 games that are all like 40 hours plus.
Right.
I'm not even going to go back to this game anymore because not only are you charging me for the cosmetics, but you're charging me to get extra experience points. So what's my incentive?
But as something
not
separate, as a back and forth, now it's free. If I spend that $60 that I paid, that I originally paid for the game with no experience, that was given it to me for free, I now have very much powered up characters for the same amount of money that you pay for your game.
Oh no, yeah, well,
Jason, hold on. I got to call you out for that because that's not your responsibility. They're the ones that decided to put it on a free service. You're not on the hook for that. That's them. So why do you owe them that money? Because
I don't, but I'm saying I'm not gonna get mad at them because they're not getting. They changed it then.
But
they
that's
didn't
why-
do it while it was $60. They didn't do it while it was $20.
That's why I was asking how much they get paid for Game Pass for having the
How
game
much
on
they
there.
get paid? I mean, I'm saying I don't. If I get it for free,
Hey, answer
Because
always
we pay a
never
service,
enough.
we pay, you pay a monthly price, a monthly fee, or whatever for
never
Game
enough.
Pass.
yeah.
But it's like, yeah, it's never enough.
and to be a neutral voice on it, it's like the way at least the last few game sessions that we have, we were able to level up pretty quickly, and we got some pretty good gear, at least on my end.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like we put 2
Because
hours.
we play it.
Yeah,
That's the thing. We play it.
we put like 2 hours into each session, and I feel like I really
Is it a good game? Is it
It's
really
awesome.
fun?
It's very
Especially
awesome.
multiplayer.
Oh, yeah.
It's super
Okay,
fun.
then I guess that trumps everything. If it's worth it, then
It's
yeah.
really fucking fun.
I can't. Here's the thing. I don't play it, so I can't be like, oh my god. If it's worth it and you're playing it, you're like, oh, this is worth it to me. Then
It's definitely
do
not
it.
a bad game.
I can't get mad.
I played a.
But at the same time, I'm like, if they're starting to change all the mechanics after they manipulate someone psychologically to get hooked on a game, that's a problem.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
problem is
that's
they
what I
made
have a
it.
problem with.
The problem is they made it a community game, and there's no community. So they're trying to make it by actually giving it to you for free to make a community to make this game last longer.
I think
they have plans.
I think their problem is that they were getting such a tough rap until the Black Panther came out and everyone was really coming back, and then you did the paid, experience point stuff. Like the charge for something as small as that puts a bad taste in everybody's mouth.
Just because
And
people
espe-
only play Black Panther,
Well, the
and
thing
they
is,
need the other characters built up.
yeah, it's like you gotta. You wait on doing something like that. Wait on doing something
But
like
they
that
waited,
because
it
you're
was
making
gone.
a comeback. You're making a comeback, and you're not there yet. You're not there yet. They're waiting on that Spider-Man, but now you're pissing everybody off.
as long as they don't tweak the mechanics to make you have to play longer to level up.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
have a
yeah.
problem with.
Like,
Well, I'd only be mad if this was a versus game and you were paying for experience to get a better character.
Pay to win.
Yeah, it's a pay to
Yeah.
win. Then that's
Yeah.
that. This isn't like a versus game. I'm not against the character. Your character can't be stronger than me because you paid more.
Right.
So I'm all right. Whatever. I'll play it without paying any of that. But I'm not gonna get mad at it because I'm not gonna pay it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's hard for me to get mad at it because I don't play it. So that's why I'm like, if I played it and they did a whole switcheroo on me, I'd be pissed. So I think that's why I'm frustrated right now because I'm just like for the people that have been playing it. But for me personally, I'm just like, this is why I almost do the research on the company before even getting mentally, emotionally invested in the game because I don't want the company to pull the old switcheroo on me 6 months down the road like they're doing right now with Avengers.
Well, you thought you were safe because it wasn't EA, but Square got you. Square got you.
As someone who
Yeah.
plays this game
Dude,
almost
you
like
see
every few
Square
days.
on mobile
like,
phones, Square is just as bad as EA, man. They're no saints
They've learned.
either.
Yeah, as someone who plays the game like every few
Yeah.
days, like I'm not even interested in buying XP points because I play the game and I level up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like all you got to do is play the game.
But what if you played it for 70 or some odd hours, and then somebody who got it last week said, "Here's my money," and they got every level that you got, and their characters are awesome right away.
That's messed up.
That's fine.
Messed up.
If you didn't,
I don't care.
I'm saying if you had fun. No, if you had fun.
Argue, that's no different. That's no different than Jason. That's no different than when I was working at Sony for EverQuest 2. They'd have accounts that were being sold to other people that were already EX leveled up to the max levels, being sold for thousands of dollars back in 2008, 2007, for thousands of dollars. So you can grind and grind and grind and get up to that level, and someone else can just come in and buy someone else's account and be there. And it's like,
You're like, you don't know how to
I wouldn't
play.
be mad because I'm like, that was always weird to me because I'm like, there's no emotional investment in this
And
character.
there's no fun.
There's
Yeah.
not, there's what's
You don't have
happening.
fun. You didn't build it.
There's no
never-
journey. There's
Yeah.
no journey to
Yeah.
get there.
That's like
Yeah.
people that buy
No journey.
complete collections.
I never.
That's why teleportation doesn't
He's one of
exist.
those plays everything. I don't understand it. I never
Like,
understood.
you got a
I
whole-
just
I mean,
bought
you missed
a
the whole
whole
point of playing the game
NES
if you do.
collection. I'm sorry.
Yeah, buying a whole
I'm
collection.
just saying, like the people that it's the same thing as that. It's like
I just
oh,
bought the entire
It's a-
Nintendo Entertainment, the whole thing, the
everything,
entire thing,
every
Just the-
system.
the whole room.
Alvin, you're spot on, man. That's exact. You're exactly right. The same difference.
He just opened the door and like, hey, look
It's like,
at
oh, I
this.
got the money. Here it is. Oh.
I posted on Instagram. All right, now what?
I just started the game with everything. What do I do?
I spent $1
So
million.
I'm a real gamer because I bought all the
Yeah.
games. That doesn't make you anything.
I have all the games.
yeah.
Have you played them? Not really.
I like
got
Donkey-
him, though.
I like
Yeah,
Donkey Kong.
I got it.
You know what makes you a real gamer? Being able to go to someone's house and chat about games
Yeah.
with them. I feel like social media has kind of lost the whole meaning of that. Where you have like these experiences to draw upon and chat with people about. Now it's like, oh, I got all these games.
Do you play them?
Do you know how to play them?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
That's funny.
you know,
I don't play them, but I
Have you
got
ever
them.
held a
I heard you
controller?
have to blow into these cartridges to get them work. Someone help me out. But yeah, I mean, let us know in the comments if you think that this is a poor move on Square Squeenix or
Squeenix.
Square Enix.
I'm gonna start calling
Yeah,
it
that's
Phoenix.
awesome.
I like that.
Squeenix is a good name after some shit
Bamco.
like that.
Or
Bamco.
Bamco.
or does it not bother you? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, man.
Bad move, but it doesn't bother me.
And then we got our last news here.
Oh man.
G4 sets relaunch date for their TV and streaming. Finally, the channel has returned.
Welcome.
And Jay, that's linear TV, not open world TV.
I skipped
Anyway,
the word
as-
because I didn't
as
want to
Jay
hear
was
your
saying.
joke. That's why. So,
As
all
he
right,
was saying.
the day before they announced this, right? They said summer has come and gone. We're sorry about that because they originally said
Yeah, summer, yeah,
they were going to
yeah.
announce the channel for the summer and they were going to be back on TV for the summer, and it's fall now. And they were like, I just read it. I was like, damn, that's true. What the hell's going on with you?
We were
guys?
just talking about that recently.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, where's that relaunch at? I keep seeing episodes online. It's okay and everything, but it's not the same.
No.
It's not the same.
Well, my feelings on G4 might be a little bit controversial in the current climate that we have with gaming, and not controversial in like a negative way, just controversial like I don't care. I think gamers have found their niche on YouTube and Twitch, and they know the people they follow, they trust them, they enjoy them. So putting gaming on a streaming service or on linear TV, I don't give a damn. Like, who cares? Why? Like, I think that's why it kind of failed in the first place. It's because people were like, oh, actually, I can just follow people who game. Going back to actually what I said previously, gaming is all about experiences and enjoying them and being able to converse with someone you know and you trust about them and being able to share your journeys and share your experiences with each other. And a TV is one way where I feel like YouTube and Twitch especially, it's more interacting. And that's why gaming thrives in that environment. You're like putting gaming on a TV. It's so it's I don't want to say cringy. Cringy is not the right word because it's entertaining, but it's just it doesn't draw me to it. I'll put it on maybe, but then if I'm going to put it on, I'm probably going to instead go to YouTube on my phone now that I have that potential availability. You get what I'm saying? Am I crazy?
Well, they're doing both simultaneously.
Well,
and
listen, do you remember when Olivia Munn jumped into the pie? Like you don't get that all the time. Those are living memories. There's a whole bunch of stuff I can go through.
Well, talking about memories of Spank Bank.
These are the great. I didn't talk about the hot dogs.
Well, G4 did pioneer a lot of the stuff like Twitch and YouTube and all the gaming.
These are the mamas and papas of these people watch. These were the ones who did it before Twitch and everything. These are the ones that we watched and had a connection with before all of that.
Yes.
So I mean that's just nostalgia talking. But
it's more than that too.
Yeah.
No, like from us though, from people who watch the old ones.
It's more than just gaming content.
It is.
We watched it because Kevin Pereira was cool. Olivia Munn was super hot. I mean, let's be honest here. What were you watching?
She was pretty kooky though. She was funny.
No, she was actually hilarious. She started off so bad. But then
which was funny also.
But then she was like.
She didn't give a damn.
She had a really dope rapport with Kevin Pereira, and it was hysterical.
That was a classic.
They were very awesome.
But it's something that can't happen.
They were good. They were really good.
I think that's what made G4 so magical is that like there was a rapport, the way they spoke about stuff. It's not like just like throwing on YouTube and watching someone's channel and then them playing a game. You know, like the way they spoke about video games and just everything that's going on. It was just fun. It was just like, oh, you could kind of like relate to him because, you know, Kevin Pereira's around our age. So it's like, you know, it's not like some young kid's going to be on there talking about, oh, Fortnite and like, you know, Minecraft and shit. I'd shut that shit off in 2 seconds. But it's like, you know, Kevin Pereira is all about that generation that, you know, we've played games with. And that's, you know, I love watching Kevin Pereira.
Well, Eric, I think you hit on something really important there is gaming has become so broad and so mass produced. And so many different niches of groups of people. Minecraft, Fortnite, what's the gigantic one that my kids are always playing? Roblox.
Oh, God.
I mean, and that doesn't even talk about the games that we play, like Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and that doesn't even talk about the Google with the Stadia. Or Amazon with the Luna. It's like all these different, and then the Amico that we're going to talk about. Like so many different game consoles and genres and niches. It's really hard to just have a TV channel to be like, here's gaming. It's like, no, you can't do that. You need literally broadcast stations to flip through for different gaming that you want to watch. Like, which is what Twitch is and what YouTube is.
Well, now they can have enough shows.
And we did discover Tommy Tallarico on G4.
Yeah, that's where the good days came from.
That's where that came from.
Actually, before that. But yes.
Well, yeah. But
I mean,
reviews on the run.
Now they can have enough of those shows. They can have a show for each of those demographics at a certain time, obviously. You know, right? When your kids get home from school, boom, they can watch all those shows that we don't care about.
And not have cops.
No. But they're going to have...
Or Ninja Warrior.
They are going to have Ninja Warrior.
It was Cops, Ninja Warrior.
Ninja Warrior is coming back.
Oh, really?
Is it?
So it makes it feel
Ninja
real.
Warrior's been back.
Yeah.
It's been back. I guess there's...
No, the Japanese show.
Oh,
that
the
is.
Japanese
The
one?
real
The
real one.
The real Ninja Warrior, not the American one.
As long as it's not the show with the panda, I'm good.
But I mean, as much as people watch YouTube, and you know, I've been addicted to YouTube. I watch far too much YouTube.
I watch YouTube more than TV.
A normal person.
Yeah.
If you look at my hours on YouTube, it's ridiculous.
Same.
But there has never been a show that I've come across that was even near what Attack of the Show was for me. And I mean, they've tried. I've seen imitations. I've seen Kevin Pereira try and do Attack. That show is not the same
No.
as Attack of the Show.
And I
there was a
watched-
certain magic that they had,
I watched
and
it.
it was tech. It was like,
Yeah.
what was funny for the day, like around the net, all that stuff. Like, I've seen shows. There are shows that are around the net all the time. Like, I watch those, and it's still hilarious, and it keeps
Right.
you, it's like a Reddit.
I view G4 coming back as like a franchise that was popular back in the day trying to come back. If you don't have the it's like Streets of Rage 4 in my opinion. If you don't have the magic that Streets of Rage had back then, it's going to flop. Like if you grasp the magic, it doesn't matter what you do. Everyone's going to be into it because that's what made it successful in the first place.
I think-
if it loses the magic, then it's like, shit, this is going to be sad.
I think the thing that they did over the summer with the Beach House, obviously it's different, but I think that the fact that they put them together to work with each other
Smart.
and learn,
Smart.
and meet each other, it's going to be more of a connection when they actually do the shows.
Yeah.
And I think that was smart to put them together that way.
You can't just
'Cause I was like-
you can't just go into a network
No,
and
you
be
can't
like,
go
hey,
cold.
yeah.
You can't go in there cold and be like, I hope we mesh well.
We got to
But
figure out,
they had to see who's going to be good for TV and all this stuff. But hopefully, I mean, I thought that was going to be the challenge. Like, oh, hopefully this isn't G4. I was hyped for G4. I was like, what is this going on here? This is a mess. But it was still, there was some parts in there that were funny. But, yeah. It was-
Yo, you know what's hilarious? I thought I thought
Yo, dude,
Smash
we
was
lost-
just. I thought he was so intense
No,
in
we lost
listening.
Smash in the middle of that.
Yo, that's hilarious.
How much did you hear in that?
Sorry about that.
No, it's all
Ah,
right.
he
I'm
was
back.
in deep
You
thought.
guys, I lost your feed though.
Oh.
I don't have your video feed.
Oh shit.
Dude,
Oh, that's because we have OBS open.
Okay, I hope you don't
Yeah.
need it because we're on here.
Yeah.
But
that freeze frame was awesome.
No worries.
but the thing is, like the reviews and stuff that Adam Sessler is doing, I still haven't seen many reviewers do it as good as him.
Dude, he's
Like
so
just
technical,
watching,
dude.
Just
He's the
watching
best.
that, all of those reviews have that finesse that I haven't seen. IGN can't do it. Any like Kotaku can't do it. None of these companies or none of these channels do it like that.
no.
Like he did a Returnal one. It was rewinding. He
Yes.
was like, "Oh, I'm
Yes.
doing it." I was
Yes.
like, "This is insane. What is
Yeah.
happening
No,
with
that was-
these reviews?"
They're the goats.
The problem I've gotten with reviews, and it's why I stopped doing them on my channel, is because I realized I didn't watch reviews personally for games myself. So why would I make review videos? I'm like, I enjoy the games, and maybe I'll go back to them in the future if I have a lot to talk about. But I think most of it comes from having a conversation with people. And giving a review isn't really a conversation. It's more of a one-way dialogue of, here's how I feel about the game and why you should play it, as opposed to, this is what I think about the game. I like this part, but it's probably controversial because of this. What do you think about that? And am I wrong? Am I crazy? Like having a dialogue go. You know what I mean?
The thing is, what the internet has watered down is the actual people who are the journalists. So if you get somebody who actually does this as a job,
Yes.
they show you why not everyone is a journalist
Yes.
and why everyone isn't a reviewer.
That's
And there's a big difference than a YouTuber coming up and saying, "Hey, this game is kind of cool because it reminds me of blah, blah, blah."
Right.
And a real reviewer going and shutting them down with how they do it.
Review, yeah, to be
Electric
a good
Playground.
reviewer, yeah,
That's
to be a good
point.
reviewer,
That's a
yeah,
really
you
good
got to
point.
really factor in not only like what genre you're playing, but like, you know, the younger audience who's watching.
Yep.
And you got to factor in the older audience. That's what you got to factor in a lot of different things if you're talking about one game, and you can't be biased. You can't.
Victor Lucas is one of the hands down.
Yeah, Victor Lucas.
He's awesome at
one
it,
of
too.
the-
He's very good at it. Yeah.
Very, very good. You
He's
watch
good.
any of his reviews.
But he shit on my Battletoads, so me and Victor, me and Victor got to talk about that. He gave Battletoads a 6. That's not that. I'm not cool with that. All right.
Damn.
We got to talk about
But
that.
I forget the last game that Adam reviewed, Adam Sessler. The last game he reviewed, he knew he wasn't connecting with it as like he wasn't the demographic for the game.
Right.
So he actually in his review got the people who play it who are younger than him to talk about it and describe why
He's
it's
not
good.
feeling it. And
Yeah, and he didn't say he didn't feel it. He just knew that he couldn't talk about it like they could. So he got them to be in the review and talk about
Never
it.
seen that before.
And I was like,
That's smart.
this is great.
Because you don't want to come off as a hating,
Yeah.
bashing,
Exactly.
you know, like
'Cause I could be like, "Oh, Fortnite, you build stuff. It's like Lego, blah blah blah. I don't like it."
don't give me
But-
like a first-person shooter review because I don't like first-persons.
But there's a reason why it's a phenomenon, and I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, I can't ignore it." I just
Ah,
won't play that.
that's
one.
smart.
Astral Chain
That's what.
and Smash.
Right.
Yeah.
Astral Chain.
But I mean, as a channel, I want to see how it is. They did announce a whole bunch of different shows,
Yeah.
plus the original, Attack of the Show and X Play, and the what the should I just said.
Attack of the Show and
Attack of
X-Play.
Show X-Play.
No.
Reviews on the Run.
No.
Oh, they're not.
The Japanese show. The Japanese show.
Oh, Ninja Warrior.
They,
I was like,
they tainted it with the American one. But those shows, listen, I want to see how it's going to turn out. Obviously, they said it's going to be on Verizon and stuff. They said that it's going to be on Twitch also. And it's going to be put out on YouTube as little bits and pieces here.
I really hope somewhere down the line they do like at least like a Tommy and Vic, reviews on a run type.
I hope it's successful enough to actually pull it off. Yeah.
Olivia Munn needs to just just pop in for a month here.
Well, she's having a kid. I don't know if she can.
She's having
even
you
do
show
what
up
the hell.
pregnant. What the fuck,
It was
man?
rumored she was supposed to be back, but she hasn't shown up since. She's doing her thing. She's
Pregnancy's
she's
rough,
Psylocke.
man. It's a rough time.
She's Psylocke. She can't do this no more.
She's silent.
Psylocke.
There's a whole MCU waiting. That's gonna be the bridge
dude.
between Fox and MCU.
Wow.
Sorry.
Imagine
We're waiting on Olivia Munn
it's not Wolverine. We know
for
that.
X-Men.
So hopefully,
Wow.
I'm hoping G4 is entertaining. I'm gonna check it out, and hopefully it does well in this platform. Hopefully it's good.
Gotta support Kevin and Adam Sessler, man.
Yeah.
Gotta
Support
support
me.
them.
Let us
And-
know if you're excited.
And they gotta get on this damn podcast.
Let
We'll
us
get
know.
them. We'll get
Let
them.
us know if you're excited.
I mean, let's be real. I want to know what happened with Olivia Munn and Aaron Rodgers.
Gotta get Olivia.
Imagine that's the first
Gotta get her
show.
on the show.
First question. Hey, Olivia, welcome. What happened with you and Aaron Rodgers? You serious?
No, we're not recording. We're not live.
Is
right
it,
now.
was it you or was it him? Let's hear it.
We're not recording right now.
No, we're not live. We're not live.
Yeah, just let us know. Just let us know what
Just tell
happened.
us. Just tell us.
Terrible. Terrible.
No.
Oh,
It's fucked up.
All right,
yeah.
so that's the news, y'all.
yeah, that's the
All
news.
right.
So you know what that means. We know what you're here for.
Oh, yeah.
Let me
I gotta use
address Overthink Gaming real quick.
We gotta get into this. We gotta get into
This
this.
is our intermission. I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay,
y'all.
then you can.
I'll be back. You can go ahead.
I'm going to refill my wine. I'll be right
Yeah.
back.
Go ahead, Chalk. We're in the
Hi.
mission.
Overthink said, I haven't seen Chaco get beat up on them fighting games in a minute.
That's
if I recall, Overthink, you got beat up playing against me in Street Fighter. Just saying.
I remember.
Just throwing that. Oh, yeah, and you got beat up by Jason, too.
I remember.
It's actually on the channel.
It's on the channel.
I remember those. Like I watched
you
it
remember
yesterday. I wake up to that every
And
morning.
not gonna lie,
I wake up to it every morning.
the last couple Fighter Fridays, I've been kind of nice. You know what I'm saying? Except for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, the Smash Bros. Not.
Yeah, but every other game, I've been kind of nice. So
I wake up to ooh, 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 Let's go. Nah, I don't even know what
That's
you pick
messed
out.
up. That's messed up.
Big Ken.
Oh man.
I mean, that's
Yes, Chuck still loves Xbox.
Yeah.
man. That's what happens on Level 857.
I mean, you can't come into the chat talking about how I get beat up in fighting games when you lost to me. You can't do it.
We retire people over here, man.
Reggie hasn't played Street Fighter 5 since.
Yeah, Reggie has.
Yeah, we retired Reggie. You retired over thing. You know,
Yeah.
come to the show, get retired. You know, you can have a rest. You can have a rest.
He's overthinking that rematch.
Damn. No, it's all respect. It's all love.
This is all the intermission. We can do that now.
We back.
Now we're back to the show. Oh wait, no, we're not.
show.
Yo,
Oh,
we got
wait,
a chair. We got a chair right
got a
there.
chair.
Yes, he's invisible.
Is that an
That's
Xbox?
Smash
No,
JT's chair.
that's not an Xbox.
It's like,
got
so
the
chair,
invisibility
what,
cloak.
what do you think about Smash sitting on you?
There you go.
Pause.
Whoa, what? Hold on.
We're not interviewing the chair.
Interview the chair.
Oh man, that's
Oh, man.
All right, so we are talking Amico with Smash JT,
Yeah, buddy.
the one and only,
That's right.
and he just appeared like magic.
Pop out of nowhere.
Yeah, good time.
Actually, do we have a beer? We have another
What's
beer?
up?
No.
Yeah, there's a couple of beers in there.
Did you bring any? Well,
No, I didn't bring any beers.
fuck it.
Nah, I ain't bringing any. There's some in the fridge.
Is that what you were asking?
I didn't know what AJ was asking.
Oh no, I thought you blew it out that shit.
No, I just brought the wine, man. You want to cater the whole place?
Let's get into this,
Jay
y'all.
wants the menu.
The chat has been patiently waiting because I know they want to talk about this Amico.
Oh, yeah.
They want to know what the big deal is because we're talking to
Wait,
two
what?
people.
What's an Amico?
Yeah. What is that?
What is this Amico
We're talking
thing?
to a whole actual group of people who have actually put hands on the system that y'all are calling, like, what is it? Shovelware? Yeah,
Fake.
yeah. It's not.
Vaporware?
Shovelware, yeah, Shovelware.
Flash games,
Shovelware is the
yeah.
Wii.
Flash games.
Shovelware is the Wii games.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Vaporware. Okay, so this is the system that people are saying isn't coming out, and doesn't exist, super problematic, and we are a group of people who actually played it. So this is going to be a fun conversation because we never got to hear exactly. Now we know how it feels, and we want to know, now you can talk about it more because last time we didn't know what you were talking about because we didn't play it, but now we do.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
So I know you just did a video on Amico last week, like a couple of days ago, actually. There was a big announcement on the boxed games.
Yeah, box games. Yeah.
The box games for the Amico, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the Amico.
Yeah, the Amico.
And we're gonna keep it civil.
Right here.
Oh, look
Here
at
you
that.
Oh,
Look at that. He's got a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
go. Oh,
This
yeah.
I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah, me too.
That's just a little bit.
I am, man.
Just a little bit.
That's why his grin is so big.
I still have a couple of them sealed. But yeah, I mean, well, what do you want to talk about? What's the main event here?
My
with
pre-order,
these
man.
physical
I want my
games?
pre. I'm sorry.
right.
sorry. My bad. I'm sorry.
First things first.
Let me put it this way: like, I've learned so much about human psychology throughout the journey with the Intellivision Amico that has so little to do with video games and so much to do with just how insane some people are. Like all the way up until like I'm just thinking about this right now. Like I just showed you guys the games. Like in real life, here they are. Like you see them, I'm holding them. This isn't a green screen. These are real. I can open them up. Hold on, ready? I can open them up, and there's a coin. There's the lenticular card. There's the game on the old retro-looking Intellivision Amico game itself.
Wow.
I had people when I posted videos of me holding these saying that those photos were photos.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on, hear me out. That these games are not real. That the Amico is a sham and it's completely fake, and that I am like been brainwashed by Tommy or like the craziest stuff you can think about. And now after I made the video, like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna prove the haters wrong. I'm gonna publish video, and the same damn people are like, yeah, but those might be like real, but the console isn't real.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like you guys literally like it's like stair steps with them. Oh, if it's this, but it's not this. Oh, you got that? Okay, well, it's not this. Oh, you got okay, it's not this. Like they just keep doing that. I'm just like,
It doesn't matter.
They
It doesn't
believe
matter
their
what
own.
you do.
They're believing their own narrative, and it's like a conspiracy theorist, right? Like you can give them
well,
the truth.
it's not. The problem is it's not their
No.
narrative. It's a narrative being created by there's an elephant in the room, Pat the NES Punk and Ian. They just want people to think that it's this big fraudulent scam that's pulling the wool out of everyone's eyes. That Tommy is this like snake oil salesman that's just trying to steal money from people. And then when it got proven that he's not, they started going towards, well, this business is just not practical. Nobody wants that. And it's like, well, that's a completely different argument. Now you're twisting the narrative to something else, and all these sheep that are just listening to them just completely shift over to what their next narrative is. And I'm like, does nobody think to themselves?
I blame it on the chameleon. I blame it on that.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
I mean, I'll be real. When the Amico first came out, I made a video shitting on it.
I saw
was
that
like,
video.
Yeah, I
we
remember
don't-
that. Yeah,
I saw that video.
yeah.
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
I was like, this is stupid. Like, why do all these Johnny-come-lately companies just keep making these consoles when the ones we have are perfectly serviceable? We don't need another one. Like, it's hard enough to buy 3 consoles, never mind buying a 4th and a 5th and a 6th. I'm like, stop it. Can we just have one console to rule them all?
That's the Atari
Which is
VCS.
PC, by the way.
The Atari VCS.
That was the one.
PC will always be. Well, the Atari VCS is basically a PC, a shitty PC, but yeah. But after I went up to see Tommy and I played this thing, and I'm just like, I get it. It's not for everyone. It's not on the level by any stretch of the imagination of the Switch or the Xbox or the PlayStation, but it's not pretending to be either. And I think that's where the confusion comes in, because people that are so adamant against this thing are like, why would I buy that when it costs almost as much as a Switch.
Right.
You know, that's like the
Yeah.
argument people always have. And
You
I'm
don't
just
have
like,
to buy it.
well,
Right.
you know, first off, yeah, it's not for you.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing I've ever
That's
heard.
the first thought in your mind. Yeah, you're not.
It's
you
like
don't-
if,
But the
if
second
you don't
thing
want
is,
it, why
like,
you care?
you're not the demographic.
Did people
Okay,
go this
so
crazy
what's
over the Sega Kids system? Remember that came out?
I don't even know what the fuck.
No
that
one's
is.
talked about it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
That.
What about the
But
play
I mean,
date?
from my
Remember the
Well, people got
see,
more
here's the
positive
thing.
reviews
I
over
love
that.
the Playdate. I love the play date. I can't wait to get my
Exactly.
play date. I am very excited about the Amico personally because of my life situation. I got a wife. I got 2 kids. My kids are don't get this wrong, 8 and 6 years old. They're like the perfect sweet spot for
Yep.
basic games that are
Hell
pick up
yeah.
and play, that are 4-player games that don't need full explanations, that you can figure out on their own and just have fun together. And like I was saying at the outset of this
It sounds evil.
podcast,
How dare you?
How dare you? How dare you
How
want to
dare
play
you.
with your
Yeah.
kids and
What is-
family?
what is wrong
what
with
is
you?
wrong with you?
Come on.
that's exactly like I think people get so caught up in their own mindset, in their own life, in their own values, that they're not able to step outside of themselves at all. Like it's not like even I can see that. No, they can't do that at all. Like I was saying, I was playing WarioWare. What was it called? Game and Wario on the Wii U with my kids, having so much fun, so much fun. And that kind of game, even though I already own it, is something we have. Makes me even more excited about the Amico because literally every game on the Amico is one of those type of games where I'm like, we can just play these, have a blast, and enjoy it for the night. And it's not something that we need to grind through or buy DLC or buy XP packs or whatever we were talking about. Or it's literally you just play the games and have fun, laughing, smiling, getting angry, frustrating, learning what it feels like to lose at something.
Right.
Like I feel
Without
like
throwing it.
people that have
Exactly.
played it are just like, this doesn't fit my world. Ergo, it's a terrible system. And I'm like, no. And I get it because that was my initial argument against it too. As I'm like, I got the Switch. I got the games on it. I can buy these indie games for $1 a piece on it if I wanted to, but I don't because they're crap games. And then I went to go play the Amico, and I'm like, and you guys know this because you played it too.
Yeah.
I don't want to support you, but they're not crap
No,
games. They're
no,
fun.
it's far from
You can tell a lot of work's gone into every single
Yes.
one of them. So when I hear people shit talk it, I'm just like, okay, cool. That was what I used to think. Then I played it and realized, okay, they're not shitty games. Oh, okay. I like the system. I'm going to invest in it because, one, Tommy gave me all the time in the world. The first few meetings I had with him in person, was a genuine, good person to everything. And then I was like, okay, I believe in the system. And then I want it to succeed.
Yep.
And it's funny because when I invested in it, I had the mentality of, I'm going to do this because it's a good thing for gaming. People are going to realize that more competition is better. More companies out there is good. The more people out there, the better the games that are forced to be. And you never know what surprises could be out there. If you just limit it to just Nintendo, just Sega, you'd never have Sony PlayStation. You'd never have Xbox. So it's the competition pushes the games to be more engaging and exciting and different. And I'm not saying they're competing directly with each other, because every time I say that, that's what people say. And I'm like, no, it's literally just another option.
Yeah, that's. I think.
It is another
I think that's that.
Go ahead, but I'm talking.
Well, no, you make a perfect point because I think that flies over everyone's head, no matter what is said. Is everyone swears this is competing with Sony, Nintendo, and everything else. And if you look at the game, it's not a graphical powerhouse. The Amico is not for graphics and all these crazy effects and stuff like that. So for people who who never held the controller and learn what it's about, they just judge it based on a trailer, which I remember speaking to Tommy. I'm like, showing trailers with just the game is not going to help because they're like, I could see this on. It's
not doing it.
it's gonna be
Yep.
on. This is something I could see on the phone. This is blah blah blah. So it's not a graphical powerhouse. That's what what people who have never touched a controller are going to think.
And for-
you have to show people and families actually playing the game and having fun with it because that's who it's for. And you have to keep hammering that home because people don't understand.
Let me
Also, I was
ask.
gonna say,
Let me ask a
go
quick
ahead.
question. Let me real
go
quick.
ahead.
Sorry, I know. Before I forget, because I have a really short-term
go
memory
ahead,
here.
go ahead.
So, when was the last time any of you went to Chuck E. Cheese? And be honest.
I went to
Damn.
Chuck E. Cheese. No,
Never.
No, maybe about like 2 months ago.
That was
yeah.
fairly recently,
That was
right?
recent.
Yeah,
We went
fairly,
to Chuck-
yeah.
we went to
Oh,
Chuck
your
E. Cheese,
daughter.
Yeah.
I came in there hungover.
Okay, but you see the variety of answers. Someone said never. Someone said 2 months ago. Someone said a while ago. See, my point is the Amico is like Chuck E. Cheese personified.
I
Where
went to Dave and Buster's.
like well, no, but that's not that's Xbox.
Right. You could drink alcohol there.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
It's different. It's different.
And I love going to Chuck E. Cheese with my kids because it brings us together in an engaging way that doing things that outside of that don't
Yeah.
do. Playing for example, air hockey with my son. It's something that you can't put into words how like transcendent it is. It's like surreal. Like it's like out of this world. Like I am playing air hockey with an offspring. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. And when I went up to Intellivision and I played Space Strikers with Tommy, I could not wait to be able to play that with my son because it gives the same feeling that air hockey does at Chuck E.
Okay.
Cheese. That's the best way I can put the Amico.
Okay, I was gonna mention.
That's true.
There's a lot of criticism towards the Amico when when it comes to the games. There, like you hear a lot of people say, and I saw in the chat, Overthink was like, just buy a Switch, right?
We have
Or
a Switch,
Or
though.
these are
We
these are
have a Switch,
phone
though.
these are phone games. These are this is a flash game. You could get it on your phone. But what people fail to realize is, and this is the first reveal trailer showing the durability of the controller.
Yeah.
Right? That was genius.
You're gonna
because
chuck your Switch.
They have to show it.
That switch is going to get broken.
And then you're gonna complain about $250.
Drop your phone. Drop the Switch on the floor and see what happens. Drop.
I can't tell
on,
you.
man.
I can't tell you guys how many times I've had Joy-Con drift issues because my kids are always eating freaking
Right.
Cheetos around my Switch, and it drives me
Switch is
insane.
not something like that.
Which
But
goes
just
back
that kind
to
of stuff.
it's for families because
And this is
kids
the
are
thing.
going to be handling this shit most of the time.
And this is the thing that people don't understand, right? So
You know what's gonna actually? You know what's really gonna be interesting to me? Like a social experiment case study for reality. That's something that I will not influence, and I promise not to. I'd be really intrigued to find out once I get the Amico and put it in my family room next to the Switch, and my son goes to play a game, what he turns on. Because that's gonna really tell you what's going through his head. You know what I mean? Like I can't do that. I can't put myself in his
a
in
lot of
his
people
head.
don't understand the demographic that this is for. Like, I have people come in.
Right.
Like I work in retail. I have people come in looking for games for their kid, their small kid, and everybody in the chat and everyone's like, all they want to do is play Fortnite anyway, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's not the kid they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, if you're talking about a 4 to 5 year old and they can't wait to get in the games and they're begging you every day, they see you playing, they want to play something. I know a guy who got his kid in the games at like 4 or 5 years old and they had to play Doom together. I'm like, people don't want to play Doom with their 5-year-old kid.
No.
Like, they really would prefer not to.
Well, not just that, but my son is 8 years old, and I mean he's played Fortnite a couple times, but I really try hard to steer him away from that because I know how addicting it is, and I know how death spiral you'll go with that game because I've seen it with other kids. So as a
You don't want to
parent,
see it.
I want him to play it and experience it and enjoy it, but understand that there's more games out there than Fortnite. And I feel like the problem is with a lot of parents out there, not to point fingers, but some parents just don't give a shit. And they'll be like, yeah, just go play
They
whatever
keep 'em
else is
busy.
playing and just
Whatever keeps them busy.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, no, I want my kid to be interactive and engaging and present with
And
who's
those games are
around
for
them,
groups.
as opposed to on the internet with people. Because who would sit around on a podcast for 2 hours with people they never met?
Yet. Yeah.
But I mean,
yeah.
plus the unsafe nature of having something that can go online. Obviously, Nintendo's like, yeah, we make it hard to conversate with people you don't know online and all that.
Yeah.
Everyone hates that though. Nobody wants to play, and because they have bad online anyway. But when you get them on a new system, and then you're like, oh, but they can play that. I'm talking about kids who cannot and don't know how to play anything like that. And you're trying to introduce them into something simple. People forget what simple is because we grew up with it. Like the days of simple, we didn't know were simple because we grew up with that.
I'm very happy you actually mentioned because that's exactly what I was about to mention. This question goes for you, Smash and Turbo. Also, do you think that the cool thing about the Amico right now is it's kind of like almost starting it from scratch? Like we started with Intellivision when graphics were just blocks, but like the Intellivision kind of is like starting it over again because most games look like real people nowadays, and it's very intimidating to get kids around 4 to 5 years old into shit like that. Big 3D world and all these things you can do. It's a little overwhelming to get kids into games like that. But when we started around that age, you had your Zelda 1, your this and that. That's very simple and not so much intimidating. So do you think the Amico is kind of just like, it's not only perfect for that, do you think it's just basically starting it over and is like the first step to getting to games on the Switch or getting to games on the PS4, PS5, and stuff like that?
The weird thing about that, I think you bring up a really good point. Because I was thinking about this exact thing the other day. Like, exactly. I think back then, and correct me if I'm wrong or if it was different for you guys, I feel like we had a lot more patience before the internet because there was nothing else to do, nowhere else to go, and very little options outside of that.
Yeah.
So when you had a game, like for example, Castlevania 2, who the fuck knew that you're supposed to kneel at a well?
Oh, that was simple.
You have to get the
Dude,
magazine.
and then it's not the only game
simple.
back then that was like that. There was a
No.
lot of nonsense that, like, how the fuck would you
Just
know?
go to the well 100 times and now it's
Yeah,
good.
exactly.
100 times.
Nonsense these games had, and I would, my parents would kill me if they heard this, but they probably already know anyway. I would spend probably at least $40 a month, maybe more, on the Nintendo.
I wanted to be a game counselor so bad.
Oh man.
I mean, I would be like, I would love calling them because it would be someone that knew gaming just like me. And I'm like, no one at my school talks about games like you guys do. I love this. Let's talk more. What's the direction I need to go for Zelda to get through this forest maze? What do I have to do to get past this wall in Castlevania? What do I have to do to beat the electric boss in Mega Man 2? Pause and unpause? I didn't even know about that. Like,
Pause.
all this stuff that they would tell me, and I'm like, it was amazing. Kids these days, not to sound like an old man, with my old dominant. I really think that they don't know what it was like to be lost because the answers are all there. And I think that's the main difference between our generation and this next generation. And even when it comes to, like, me, when my kid stumps me with something, I'll be like, Alexa, what is
Where you
the
at,
answer to
Alexa?
that? You know what I mean?
And they'd be like, go to this webpage. If
That's funny.
it was serious. it would be like- But I mean, the thing is, what surprised us about it was because, okay, if it's for that demographic, why would anyone like our age be interested in that? Because, like I said, I don't have a big background within television. I never liked the controls. I never liked how it controlled back in the day.
You have no kid. I have no kid.
we have no
Al knows
kids.
kid. Chalk has no kid. Kev's the only one with a kid.
But the funny thing, though, is when we tried it, we got so surprised with how much, because I had my qualms
accessible.
with the controller. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to like the controller. And I know a lot of people who haven't played this who say, I don't know how this is going to play with the controller. It's like, is that a phone? Is it something like the touchscreen on it? How do you control stuff? I don't know if I can play the games that I like to play with that controller. And what we came to realize is none of the games for that system are games that are made for the controllers that we use.
Yeah.
They're made to play with the controllers on that system.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm not gonna play Mega Man with that controller. I mean, you probably could.
You're not gonna play
But
Street Fighter.
You could.
It might
You're
feel
not
better
gonna-
actually.
But I'm saying
I
it's
say
not.
it's a
It's not
D-pad,
something that I would pick up to play Street Fighter.
D-pad
You
2.0.
know what you just made me, Jason, you made me think of there is something that could make the Amico successful potentially that nobody is even thinking about is how it might create a new niche of gaming
Yeah.
that didn't exist.
Yeah.
Might be like the perfect drinking game.
Yeah.
Party
you never
for
know.
parties.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what I mean?
definitely
Or
for
like
parties.
something like that where you're like, everyone has to have the Amico because we have to play this game because it's like
Right.
the perfect party
Yes.
game when we get together.
Mhm.
Everyone has, like, you never know
Yeah.
what it could be. It could be something like that no one's even
Amico
Well, I
thinking
mean,
charades.
what he
about.
said,
Where it doesn't
what Tommy
require
said
it.
was, all right. And what I've known, how many games did how many systems did bowling sell for Nintendo? I'm guaranteed.
Oh my
everyone
God.
bought
Yeah.
the Wii
Oh my
for
God.
bowling.
Oh my
They didn't
God.
give a damn about Mario or any of
I
that.
mean, what did it sell? If it sold 117 million units, I would say 100 of those are
Yeah,
from
yeah,
people that
it
want
was
easily.
for bowling.
Easily.
So all it takes is one game that's simple like that to do what it does, and that's what they're looking at. They're not looking at, oh, we need a Mario game, we need this and that and that. They're talking about we need this in like nursing homes, we need this in places that aren't gonna buy the Switch,
Yeah.
they're not gonna buy all this stuff, and they don't know how to play. Like, listen, it's a button. Like, that's all you got to do.
It's yeah.
Well, I will say for Nintendo's standpoint, putting myself back in that time frame of when the Wii came out, I heard about the bowling and I heard about the motion controls and I heard about people talking about how cool it was. This is before I did YouTube. It's before I watched YouTube videos. It's before I got into any YouTube stuff. It was just like casual, like telephone conversations with people. I couldn't wait to get a Wii in my hands to actually experience it myself because I'm like, it sounds like magic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, I want to experience this magic.
And a lot of people back then were saying how awful motion controls sounded, and they hated it. And then you see how much it sold.
Well, looking back, they were
Well,
pretty
yeah,
terrible
but I'm saying people
at that
thought
time,
that
too.
they didn't. Even me, I'd be like, motion controls. I don't want that in my gaming.
I don't
I
mind
don't want to
that.
play
I love it.
because
Look,
I was thinking, can I play Street Fighter with a motion control? The same type of deal.
That was the demographic.
But when you think about it, if there's a game that you could play for the rest of your life and still enjoy it every time you play it, Wii Bowling would be
And
on
punch
that
out.
list.
And punch out.
Tetris.
Shining Force 3.
Tetris.
Shining Force 3 all day.
I'll play Tetris every day.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
I mean, like, I'm sorry, it's not more specific. I mean, like, it's a setting with a group.
No, but I'd
Marvel
love to
vs. Capcom
see.
2.
Yes. Radical Reggie said in the chat. I know he's trolling me, but I honestly do want the Amico to have Tetris. On there.
It may.
I
I think you can pull that off on
I'll
that.
make a
Yeah,
video.
because there'll be a different experience. Of course, it'll be on
Of
there.
course.
I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. I think Tetris was bought by EA, and EA is. I would.
You won't-
Tetris is on everything.
You
would
won't
hold
see
my breath
Tetris,
on
but
that.
you'll see Etris.
No, man.
That is true.
I don't want to see Tetris.
That's true.
I want Tetris.
Hey, Radical Reggie wants my prediction of a date for the Amico. I will tell you guys right now, inside knowledge that I'm creating from my brain.
From
This is
inside
not
my
from
brain.
You have inside knowledge, man.
Inside my brain, not inside from Intellivision. They have not told me anything. Actually, they've told me a lot of stuff. I shouldn't say they haven't told me anything, but from what I know mixed with what I feel, I would like to see the Founders Editions go out before the end of this year. And that's not off the table or out of the question, potentially. I'll put it this way, too. If the Founders Editions don't go out this year, that's going to be a really bad look. And I'll be the first one to make a video talking about that. And I think that's the funny thing. People think I'm super biased towards the Amico. I'm like, no, I have my own personal dates that I've set and my expectations that I've set. And I know the chip shortage. I know the stress. I know the frustrations. I know they're a small company. But at the same time, you got to deliver at some point. You know what I mean? You can't just keep kicking cans down the road. So I would expect Founders Editions this year. And I would expect the official console to be, in my opinion, this is me, shipping potentially February, March 2020.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first, exclusive now.
It's confirmed.
That would be cool if they did that.
Dude on YouTube, that is not Intellivision speaking. I want to make sure people don't twist my words and do
Oh, they already cut that. They already
Yeah,
flipped-
no, they
they
already
already
edited
Smash,
it right now.
Smash is in the office right now at a television. He's not even home.
He's got the boxes.
He's got.
see
They
the
just made
poster.
6 TikToks about this.
Oh, it's already.
Yeah, it's
up.
already clipped
It
now.
happened.
Think about it from a realistic perspective. You're gonna start selling box games. People are gonna start buying them. You're gonna start shipping them. How long, realistically, do you think people are gonna be okay with holding a physical game without having a console to play it on? Like, they'll be forgiving initially, but that forgiveness will turn into frustration. That frustration will turn into anger as time goes by. So you need to make sure once you start selling. I told this to Tommy too. I go, once you start selling those physical games, the clock starts really ticking.
that's true.
You really need to get
true.
the
It's
system
very
up.
true.
So
Let me ask Sticks though.
I'm
Sti-
just-
you bought Legacy of the Wizard before you had a Nintendo. How long did you wait before you bought a Nintendo? After you bought Legacy of the Wizard,
No, man. That was like 80 years ago.
but you waited 6 months.
No, I bought it. I did buy that. I bought Dead or Alive for Xbox beforehand. I bought a lot of games
He
before I got
buys a
the
lot of
system.
games before he gets the console.
I mean, it's not like more than a month, like maybe a month before I get the system. But I mean, yeah, I was gonna say Legacy was it too.
Where's it too?
Banking on getting the system.
But yeah, I mean, with anticipation of getting the system is usually like, okay, I announced it, and its available date is like a month after. Like how they do with phones, how they do with everything. But hopefully, all right, let me just get this out there. Everything this year has been delayed. Why is it so
Evercade.
hard? Why? Yeah, exactly. Yesterday, Evercade
Yes,
got delayed
Evercade.
with the home system.
the Playdate
Oh,
got
it'd be
delayed
peaks.
too.
I said
Yes.
it. I didn't say everything. I did say everything got delayed this
Everything.
year, regardless of having the systems, PlayStation, Xbox, which might as well have been delayed. But
PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series
Exactly.
X both can't get them
Should've
anyway.
There
so
you
they,
go.
they might as well
Delayed.
have
I
been
got
delayed.
Joe.
Should have been delayed.
But everything on the level of not them has been delayed,
And the real Cyberpunk is still not out.
and that's been delayed. Yes. But the thing that gets me is.
Don't get me started. on that.
I still haven't opened it.
But the thing that gets me about that whole situation is people will come out with a video and be like, oh, the Evercade got delayed. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's got some cool games, blah, blah, blah. And I like that. But, it's delayed. Next. And then I'm like, well, what's the problem?
No
why is there
controversy.
such a problem
Man.
with the Amigo getting delayed? Oh, it's a sham. It could never happen. This is not
You know-
happening, blah, blah, blah.
You know
I'm
what
like,
it is? I'll tell you exactly what it is, because I know what you're getting at here. You're wondering why the Amico gets all the attention when it's delayed, when nothing else.
Exactly.
No, I know why.
Correct?
No,
That's what
I
you're
know
bringing
why.
up,
No,
right?
we all know why.
I know why. It's because Tommy, they can talk to Tommy. They can talk to him. And they hear him. And they can have a
100%.
communication
It has a
with him.
face.
That's exactly
the
why.
problem has a face, and they go at the face.
So it's not about the
You
system.
can't talk to me, Emoto.
But,
What
but
other-
it's also beyond that. Well, I mean, you're right, but it's one step beyond that. That's the answer, but there's
Okay.
more to it, I guess is what I'm saying. Because there's a face to it, people can point to it. Because people can point to it, it brings attention to it. Because it brings attention to it, people can make videos on it. Because it brings attention on it, it will get clicks. And ergo, boom, like that's why. Like everyone's making videos because it gets clicks. And ultimately, you guys know, like the whole point of the majority of YouTubers out there is to grow.
Yeah.
The vast majority is to talk about stuff that'll grow your channel and make you popular, so you don't have to do shit the rest of your life. That's right? Am I wrong?
That's not true.
What are you talking about?
It's the new American dream.
What are you talking about?
To get
bro,
paid
I
to
do.
be yourself.
And they don't realize it's more
Popular
work
as
than actual
possible,
jobs.
As little as possible.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Amico is the I Overthink Gaming Level 1 Online hit on this during their podcast last night. I watched it. It was a great podcast. They hit on the pitfalls. They hit on their concerns. They hit on all this stuff. And I was like, this is great stuff. Like, I'm not someone, people think I'm like this biased shill for the Amico that doesn't want to hear the negatives. Like, no, I'll hear the negatives and I'll agree. I'm like, I don't understand why people think I'm just like this one-sided thing because I invested in it, that it's all rainbows and butterflies. It's gonna be perfect. Like, no, you gotta get your shit together. This is real life. This is serious. This is business. And once you start selling stuff, it's even more real. And once you sold those games, you better get that system out there because, oh man, like that's gonna be put on your gravestone as how you failed at life. That's how serious. This
I would
is.
think if you're an investor of it that you'd be more critical because you put something.
Right,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah,
you.
You got money in
Like, thank you. Like, I don't understand. Like, I invested in it because I was excited in it, and I loved my time playing it.
Believe in it.
And if you ask Tommy, when I speak to him privately, I am very critical often,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell him my real concerns when I have phone calls with him. I say, dude, this is what I'm concerned about. This, that, the other thing. Like, I'm not going to go into details here with it, but it's just funny how if people could be a fly on the wall with reality, with what I am with this thing, they'd be like, oh shit, I am on Smash's side here because he genuinely cares about the gamers with this thing.
Yeah.
He's not just blindly hoping it succeeds because he put money into it, which is what kills me because people don't see that stuff
Nah.
behind
Yeah, I get
when
it.
the camera's
No.
turned off. You know what I mean?
Because if you see somebody invest, to put a substantial amount of money into something that they played and tried out, wouldn't you think that would make you believe in it more? Like, hey, there must be something to this. If someone's going to put money
that
into it, they're not going to throw money into something that they think is trash or think it's not coming out.
Yeah.
And that goes to my main point of what I was talking to earlier when I made the video telling people that I invested in it. I thought, foolishly, I assumed people would celebrate the idea that we had a YouTuber that was investing in a new game console and how exciting that is. And much to my surprise, like completely shocked, it got manipulated and twisted into a bad thing that, oh, he just wants to make money off this thing. Well, first off, hold up. The YouTubers saying that shit just want to make money off of this video that they're making. Like, that's literally reality.
Even though he's got money on the
At
line.
least I put my-
He's putting money into
Right.
that.
Wow.
Make a video.
Yeah,
at least I
dude.
put my money into it because I enjoyed it.
man.
So how is that a bad thing? I am flabbergasted at a target being put on my back because of that. You know,
I don't
I'm just
understand it either.
They think you'd have enough sway to change the minds of all the people so they go out day one. So you make this big this cash out. But in reality, if you lie to anyone, the one person who goes to buy it and says this is complete and utter trash, you've been lying to us because like you're not going to make any money off of it if it sucks. So obviously, what purpose do you have to be lying about it, telling people that it's good when it is, if it's not?
I
Great.
found this tweet. There was an article I read today. I'm actually going to put this on a Discord because this actually resonated with me with this topic
Yeah, join our Discord. Yeah.
with the Amico, and I wanted to send this. I was going to send this privately to Tommy, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk about it on the podcast because I think this is relevant.
Talk about it.
Jeff Bezos. I know it has nothing to do with gaming, like unless you're talking
You'd be surprised.
about unless
You
you're talking
mean
about the
Twitch?
Luna.
Amazon
Twitch.
Luna.
Unless you're talking about
Amazon
Luna. No, but
You mean the
Switch.
Amazon? The Amazon?
Amazon.
Oh,
guy,
Amazon
yes.
also has a game company. They make games. Don't forget their game department.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
just released the
That's
Wonder
game.
Woman.
He put out a tweet actually talking about criticism. It's his take on criticism, and this resonates.
I saw that.
Oh, you saw the tweet. All right, I'm gonna read it
I
right
saw it.
now.
I love.
Listen
I love
and
it.
be open, but don't let anybody tell you who you are.
Yeah.
And then there was an article. He has a screenshot of an article.
Wait.
talking-
Let me cut
go
you
ahead.
off just so you know. I know this. He has an article of what they said about how they can't do games, and then 8 months later, they were celebrating how good their game was. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I instantly thought
Keep
of
the receipts.
I instantly thought of the Amico, and it was almost like
Yeah.
I was just like, "Holy crap!" Like this is history repeating itself. This is the exact same thing.
Well, not just Amico. I told this to Tommy too. I mean, you guys know I invested in GameStop, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
No way.
know that?
You guys know I'm starring in a Hollywood documentary with GameStop, right?
I think I did see something on. Yeah, I did. I remember seeing something on Twitter about that. I
Yes,
saw.
we
Yeah.
know. Yes, we know.
So it's just funny for someone in my position to make a video talking about how I'm investing in GameStop and why I care about it and why I think it's completely wrong by the general public, and being downvoted to hell, being laughed out of the room, and standing my ground because I'm like, I know y'all are wrong, but it's okay, it's cool. I tried to tell you, but whatever. You can keep thinking what you think. And I was right.
Mhm.
And now I feel like history's repeating with the Amico, where I'm like, I've played it. I loved it. All these people haven't played it. And they're making these opinions based off of Pat the freaking NES punch that doesn't know a damn thing about
There
it
you go.
and is trying to pretend like he knows he's the end-all be-all for gaming information. He's a dude that got popular off James Rolfe. Like, this is the thing. Like,
It's true.
people are so easily misled. Instead of making up their mind for themselves and being open, they just decide to. And I shouldn't. I'm talking so much. God damn, I'm so
That's
sorry.
fine.
Keep on
Well,
talking.
no, please
Fine.
continue. Please continue.
Dude.
I shouldn't blame the sheeple because they
sheeple.
they
The
know
sheeple
not
was
what
great.
I like that. I like that. The
Sheeple.
sheeple.
Yeah.
I love that.
they know not what they do because I've fallen into this trap too, and I think you'd be lying if you said you
I
haven't
think
either.
everybody does.
I think
Some point in time.
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
the real
Point in time, yeah.
problem with reality, and this goes back way away from gaming. It takes into you need a master's degree in psychology for this shit, but it has to do with more of there's so much information out there just in the realm of gaming right now that it is impossible to keep up with everything. And everyone's trying to keep up with the Joneses. There's so much coming out. There's so many games, so many consoles, so much stuff happening, so much news breaking, so many companies that are doing stuff. And all these people can do is listen to the Cliff Notes and just, instead of making up their mind, agree with the Cliff Notes. Okay, that's the Cliff Notes. I agree with that. Okay, that's the Cliff Notes. I agree with that. Okay, that's the Cliff Notes. I agree with that. And that's what's happening right now.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. No one's digging deeper. No one's seeing what the reality actually is.
Yeah.
I'll get off my-
The masses
There's
are
like-
asses, man.
I got some. There's a clickbait thing going around from yesterday about Best Buy offering $200 as the membership to be able to buy a PlayStation or an Xbox, a PS5 and an Xbox Series X. And the thing about I was laughing at that so hard because everyone's like, "Oh, who's gonna pay $200 just so they can buy a PlayStation?" And I'm like, "Do you know what you're talking about? Though? Do you even know what the service is? Do you know what you get for that? Do you know that it's been available for a year and a half before the PlayStation was even available? This was not made to get you your PlayStation 5. There was also tons of other things that no one will talk about because they'll just say this is just for that. So everyone goes and leaves the room thinking, why would I pay Best Buy $200 to buy a PlayStation 5 for full price? And that's definitely not, no one has dipped into, because I know what the thing is. And nobody dipped into all the stuff that you get with that. And, I'm not condoning, I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but the fact that everyone is doing it for clicks and they're doing the same, they all just like you say, Cliff Notes, no one reads what it actually is. They say, oh, so this guy's getting a whole bunch of hits for this. Let me jump in here. I can't believe they're paying $200 to buy a PlayStation 5. I'm like, you didn't add any new information, dude. You didn't find out what this actually is. I'm waiting for someone to actually tell the truth and tell what it actually is before you get all crazy about it, but they won't.
I learned a lot about I don't even know what the word is. I don't even know if there is a word for it. I learned a lot about the psychology of life through my investment of GameStop, which is something that I never, ever, in an infinite amount of years, could have ever imagined. And the reality is that people spend their lives running to make money all day, every day. How can I make more money? How can I make an extra buck? How can I make an extra $100? How can I make an extra $150? Instead of realizing that they need to adjust, and like I said, this is changing into a psychological podcast. They need to adjust their priorities, and instead of being driven by making money, being driven by being happy. And I feel like at some point in time, maybe capitalism twisted all this into thinking that happiness equaled money. But once I made money, I realized that that wasn't what happiness was, and it completely realigned all my goals in life and made me such a happier person.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely.
I don't mean to be dropping bombs here. Sorry.
That's the Level 857 podcast. That's
why
what
people
happens,
come to the
man.
show.
This is what people come here, man.
This is life advice.
You know?
Yeah.
This
You know how much I've sat there after we've done the GameStop news? And I was like, I think they're gonna pull through this. I mean, you know how much I said I fucking should have dropped money on that when I was saying this. I'm an idiot.
This is why in the future we gotta ask.
The advice of a certain channel out there telling you that he was investing in it.
In the future, we have to holla at Smash. Be like, yo, what should we do for the next move?
Our official financial advisor.
By the way, when GameStop blew up, I couldn't even. I can't even count how many people tagged my name that I'd never heard of before, saying, I should have listened to Smash JT. I'm like, all these people I'd never even heard of, they're just like, out of the blue, how'd you know? How'd you know? I should have listened to you. One person, I will not name them, one person, when it went from $20 to $60, after I bought it, this is when it was between $2 and $4 I was buying it. Right? And holding it. It went from 20 to 60, and they said that I was absolutely insane, retarded, holding it still. You need to sell it. You're going to be so mad at yourself if you don't sell it now. It's never going higher than this.
Who said this?
I go, bro, you don't even know what I've been through with this stock. I'll never let you go.
I would have to put that name out everywhere.
Yeah.
I would put that name on a T-shirt.
Call him.
I'll put at.
You should put
put
the tweet.
Put the tweet on the T-shirt. Yo, I would wear.
Sell now.
Block the name.
Actually, you should come out with apparel.
Like you guys are getting what I just said previously about what makes you happy in life. It's not vengeance, revenge, or money. It's realizing that your priorities are adjusted to making what makes you smile. You know what I mean? Like,
if you came out with a shirt that said it said "sell now," I think it would make me smile.
That would make me smile.
I guess my point being, like, it's like, I used to be, especially because I don't know how much you guys know about me, but I lost my job. I used to work at Qualcomm a while back. I got laid off. I had my second kid. We had mortgage payments and bills piling up, and it was very, 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 very stressful. And my goals at that time in life were to make money to survive, to keep my marriage together, to make sure that we had a roof over our head, because money was the most important part of all of that. And then after I got past that, got a new job, invested in GameStop, made money, and in a different spot right now, I'm like, okay, I got past that rough patch in my life. Now my priorities can shift into actually being happy.
And hot tubs.
Hot tubs and wine.
Yeah.
Hot tubs are great.
Some Samus.
People don't want to see people happy. As you
No,
learned,
that's
as
the
you
thing.
learned online.
Well, because most people are miserable.
Exactly.
I can drop all the knowledge in the world today, but whoever just said that, sorry, I didn't hear who said it. Whoever just said people don't want to see people happy, that is the most intelligent thing that's been said on this
No, it's true.
And that comes from the biggest hater. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I be hating all the time. I'd be like, how dare you smile?
Yeah.
How dare you make more than me?
You know what's funny? The fascinating thing about YouTube is, and this has nothing to do with me at all, because I'm never there. I'm not there. I never will be there. But it's interesting, and I learned this a long time ago. And you can look for yourselves if you don't believe me, but research the top 10 most popular YouTubers out there, and then research the top 10 most hated YouTubers out there, and they're the same people.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
I never
insane.
did. I never looked that up, but I'm gonna do that.
It's insane.
It is.
No kidding.
It's wild. Like there's people that they don't want people to be happy, but they'll subscribe to them because they have to keep up with
They
them.
want to know. Yeah.
They're so
They want to see them fail.
enamored with their lives. They want to see them fail.
Sick.
They want to make them fail.
That's sick.
They want to bring them down to their level so they feel better about themselves. And one thing I've learned with the people that are so negative on my channel, that just write the most heinous things, I've realized that oftentimes, I don't want to generalize, but oftentimes it's projection, because they want to bring you down to their level to make themselves better.
Yeah. They're definitely
But
miserable.
for the longest time, I didn't know that. For the longest time, I took everyone at their word because I gave them credit for being a human being. And it's like, no,
No.
people on the internet are definitely not human beings. They're
No.
something far less.
Because
than
they
that.
get to hide. They're not gonna say that to you in person. They're hiding. That's the best place. That's when they're powerful. I mean, that's how they feel powerful.
Keyboard warriors.
The keyboard. If I show up at your door, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't know who the fuck took my shit. I don't know. That's not me.
I was hacked.
I was hacked. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
I'll tell you too.
Hopefully you don't see the kids in the closet.
Let me.
I've talked to some buddies.
Hope they don't see the kids in the closet.
The kids in the class.
What?
I've talked to some friends in person and talked about how I feel like there are people that don't like me, and I don't understand why they don't like me, and I've realized that I can't make everybody like me, and they've told me like, yeah, we've told them you're cool, and they still just can't stand you, and I'm just like, I would love to meet them and chat with them because I'd be like, I'd like to think a very easy to get along with person that has opinions, and somehow I feel like somehow along the way, having an opinion is an awful thing. Like you're not.
That's the Twitter world, though.
Yeah.
Well, they view it as you're speaking facts, but you're not. You're
It's the
speaking
Twitter
your
world.
opinion.
Right.
They act like, you know, like for example, like you said you found Astral Chain boring. You know, I'll joke around and be like, oh, you know,
How
get rid of
dare
it.
you.
But if I was like one of those people, I'd be like, Smash, I don't want him on this fucking podcast again. Like, but it's like, it's your opinion. Not everyone's gonna like what you like. That's what
true.
makes things cool because we
Dude.
can discuss,
It's
you know,
we've
there's
been-
discussion.
we've
That
been
means
friends
you're
here.
not like me.
We've been
That means
friends-
you're not me.
yeah, exactly.
Listen, amongst us, right? The
I
five
think-
of us.
You hit on a really good point there, though. Is I think that's like video worthy. That topic right there is how people confuse opinions with facts, especially because there's no delineation between YouTubers speaking about things. Because it's true, sometimes I'll make a video and it will be directly breaking news about it. Although I'll always give my opinion.
Right.
Back in the day, sometimes it was just news. Now it's all opinion based, but because some people know me as news based, they take what I say as that's news, that's facts, and that's wrong. You're an asshole because you just gave me the wrong facts. And I'm like, you know, they make those leaps instead of thinking, oh wait,
That's just a
he's
person.
giving an opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is how, I mean, you were about to say it, that on our podcast, we disagree with a lot of shit.
Yeah, dude, we don't
all
play
the
the same-
time.
we don't play the
different
same
opinions. We'll
games.
play even the same games that we play.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
have a
yeah.
different opinion
I'll
about
hate,
them.
I'll hate some stuff y'all play,
Yeah,
but it's fine.
exactly.
The Breath of the Wild,
I would
the
play.
Astral Chain, Near Automata will go back and forth
You
about
can
music.
try and talk me into it, but that's the fun in living.
Yeah, I mean, if we agreed on everything, this podcast would suck.
Yeah.
Like, I would not even want to do
Right.
it.
But the funny thing is,
I would tell
wanna
you.
watch
I'll
it.
tell you first off. Some of the worst, most bland and useless content on YouTube is exactly that, where everyone's just in a group agreeing and talking about what they love.
bullshit.
It's like, yeah, like okay, let's have a little. Someone challenge
no debate.
someone here. Like what?
I mean, we can cut back on the Xbox slander.
Well,
though.
we love Game Pass.
Cut back on the Xbox.
But the
slander.
reaction is so fun,
that's not-
though.
that's
It's
not
so
slander,
fun.
though.
I fucking love it.
It's not
Universally, we
slander.
love Game
It's not
Pass.
slander. It's not slander. It's
Nah,
truth.
Xbox is fine. I
It's
bought-
truth.
I
It's
bought
truth.
800 freaking Xboxes.
It would be
Yeah,
a
no,
boring
that's not
show.
opinion, though. It's the truth, though, man.
Truth. It's
Slander.
truth. It's not slander.
If we all had the same opinion, it would be boring.
No,
Like,
it'd
who
be
wants to see a
whack. It'd be whack.
5-person podcast with everyone having the same opinion?
You like this game? Yes. All right.
Okay.
How about this
But
game?
Metroid Dread's crazy.
Yes,
I'm sorry.
Yes.
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 What was your favorite
just
part
shows-
about this game?
It just shows the
The power up at the beginning.
the power.
At the beginning.
Yes, I
The
do.
power up at
Power
the
up.
beginning. The power up at the beginning.
But the funny thing is, it makes it a lot more special when you do like the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know, Smash
Yeah,
was hating on
exactly,
other M,
exactly.
talking shit about Astral Chain. But that Ninja Turtles comment, we're like, oh, give us a hug. Come here. Come here. Give us
Bring it in for the real.
Yeah,
thing.
bring it in. You know.
Actually,
That exemplifies everything we're talking about right now. Like,
you know what's crazy?
perfect.
The Indie eShop recap that we did this past
Yeah,
month,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember that trailer that we watched? All right, this is a live stream that we do where we watch indie trailers on. The
What trailer are we
eShop.
watching?
and it was a racing game.
Oh yeah,
And it looked like the
Yes.
cover art and everything looked like a default. Like we've
Gas
seen it,
Guzzlers.
We've
Extreme.
seen it,
Gas Guzzlers Extreme. Okay, yes.
It looked the most default cover that you've seen every racing game. It looked like that.
I was hating very early. I was like,
no, me too.
What is this
I was like,
racing
oh,
game?
I was gonna
Yeah,
wait for
this
the
is
banjo
another-
or electric guitar, one or the other.
When I tell you this was like a unanimous, like all of us were like,
It changed this at the
yeah,
end.
like it started off, and actually it's funny because it started off like a generic.
For a
like,
while.
Everything else,
a generic.
yeah.
Like you've seen it. If you watch a racing game trailer, it's the same thing every time.
The quality was still bad.
Yeah.
And then they started like looked like it was co-op and they were shooting zombies. I said, yo, this
Yeah.
is kind of dope. Yo, there's like blood
Yeah,
everywhere. I'm
like-
like, what the fuck is
like,
this?
oh,
This is the same game?
Yeah, I played this.
I was like, all right, I apologize. I apologize.
This looks really
That's
good.
my bad. I judged it before it finished.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my
Yeah.
fault. That's my fault. But
like,
it happens.
like you said earlier, I blame it on the fact that everything is in your hands. Like everything is Googled. Everything is like there is no conversation
Too
about.
much information.
Hey, maybe you're right. Like you said, who's the guy who was in that movie? Let me think about that for a second. And then you talk about it. Maybe it's this guy. Nah, that's not the guy. He was in this other movie. That's not him. Nope. Google. Who was in this movie? It was him. Conversation over.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's why people are used to that.
I mean, is it not the ultimate double-edged sword of technology?
Yeah,
Exactly.
no, it is.
Exactly.
Exactly
No,
what
it
it
is.
is.
Like you know exactly what's right all the time. That's why when
Like
somebody
you know,
tells
like
a fact,
when we were kids,
like, no.
like when we were kids in fourth grade, and your math teacher was like, "You're not gonna have a calculator in your pocket your whole life," and you're like, "Actually,
Actually,
For
my
real.
watch is the calculator now. So yeah,
right?"
yeah,
The
it's
gadget,
crazy.
the computer book.
And I mean, by the time we're 80 and 90 years old, they're gonna have chips that we put in our brains that just tell us stuff. So
Yep.
you already know it's going there.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're gonna know every language.
And we're not gonna move.
Yeah,
We're not even
no,
gonna
they're
move.
Google
No,
Translate will
yeah,
be in your
Google
ear.
Translate's gonna be
It's
implanted
like that
in you.
movie,
That'd be dope,
what was that,
though.
Wall-E, where they're all in that spaceship and they're all
Oh
fat,
yes,
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 yes.
Wally.
just sitting
That's a
around.
Wally, yeah.
Yeah, that was such a good movie.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
That's
I
funny.
cried. I cried.
He had to walk for the first time. He's like, oh.
He said, "No, I can't do that. I can't do that."
He's like, "Oh, my cankles are killing me here."
It's gonna be something to simulate walking. It's gonna simulate the sun. You're just gonna be sitting in
Dude, I'm
your
gonna have
fucking
an
room.
an exoskeleton that's gonna walk
You're just
for
gonna
me.
sit like this.
Imagine.
No,
that.
you're gonna be a
simulate-
battery
I'm
for the
not
goddamn
gonna
Matrix.
lie, that kind of sounds pretty awesome to me as somebody who wants time to play games.
Yeah.
But yeah.
When I'm 90, that's kind of dope.
You're gonna play it in your
That's
glasses.
kinda dope.
In your glasses, you'll play the game with mind
Oh, yeah.
thought.
Oh, that's gonna
It's
be
coming.
awesome.
It's like in 3 years.
No
What do you mean?
controllers. No
What do
controllers.
you mean?
3 years.
So let me ask you this.
Funny too, real quick before you go on. I remember when I was a kid. I'm gonna sound like such an old man right now, but I remember when I was a kid thinking, "Man, I can't wait to show my kid Final Fantasy 2 and 3, or Phantasy Star 2, or Chrono Trigger." And introducing like Secret of Mana to my kid. And now that I have kids, I'm at the point where I'm like, oh, I just kind of assumed the world would stay the way it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, wait for the
Where there'd be,
remakes.
like,
Yeah.
well, that's what I was gonna say. Where there'd be like 8 games coming out a year, 12 games coming out a year that are worth it. Now it's like
Oh god.
insanity.
There's-
with,
yeah,
like,
there's
12
no-
games
And that's
coming out
just the
every
eShop
month.
alone.
What was the game we saw? Evil Knight
That's
or
what I'm
whatever.
saying.
It was Evil Knight.
Evil Knight.
Show your keys, Evil Knight. That'll be like, okay, that's what I was talking about. That's exactly like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy.
Oh yeah, it was the same art.
But
It was
just
the same
came
art.
out now.
Yeah,
It's
Evil
like,
Knight-
This is what I was
Evil
talking about.
Knight?
Evil Knight for the
What's the-
Switch.
On
Yeah.
Switch. Yeah, it looks.
Evil
yeah,
Knight.
it's amazing. It
It
was like
is
Resident.
it
It was
is-
like Resident Evil, but Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
That looked
crazy.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
That looked fucking good.
And
Yeah.
that'll be the type of game you're like, this is what I thought I'd be introducing my kids to. It's hilarious. But we got blown away. by
I don't
it.
know. I don't know Evil Knight. I know Hollow Knight.
No.
Oh, this is in the eShop.
Yeah, it was a
recently.
trailer that we saw.
That's
It's a
funny.
recent trailer. It's in the eShop. Like
It's an indie title though.
Evil
indie
Knight.
title.
I forget what was it. It wasn't Falcom, right?
Now, Smash.
I don't remember.
Real quick.
By the way,
What was
Yeah, go
what
ahead.
was the last game you played before you became an Amico investor? Like what was it? What did you play to make you say, you know what, I want to invest in this? Was there a specific game? Probably was a bunch of
It's probably the
games.
experience.
I'm sure it was the experience, but there was,
it was the overall experience, to be honest. But I think what put me over the top was Space Strikers.
Space Strikers.
Really?
Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good. Like people, that
like
was
that
the
game.
problem that we had. Like people were like, "Oh, I watched the trailer and it looked lame." It's like You need to
Yeah,
play
play
it.
it.
don't watch any trailers. Just play the fucking game.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
not about a trailer for that.
Yeah,
type of
trailers
stuff.
is that system's not for trailers. It's
It's
just
like, can I play with my ghost friends?
yeah. Damn.
Space Strikers was
You
good.
can't feel that experience alone watching a trailer.
Yes,
Nope.
Space Strikers had a lot of variety and is very intuitive, very innovative way to play a game for like a competitive
You
game.
guys played
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
played it.
yeah,
We played
yeah.
it for,
You have a magnetic pull over the ball. It
Right.
swings around you, and you let it go, and you throw it over. I guess
played
you
it
got to
four,
break
right?
all
Or
the
five?
shield.
It
We
was
played four players.
4
We
players.
traded 4 players.
players.
Yeah.
I'd say out of the box games, Biplane's my favorite.
You guys
We
played
didn't
that.
get no we didn't play
Oh, no,
Biplanes.
No.
We-
Those 2
We
games.
played
we
Shark
did-
Shark. We
We played
played
this other shooter.
Rigid
Tiger.
No, the overhead.
Flying Tigers.
Flying Tigers.
Yeah.
Yes. Played that one.
Flying
But
Tigers.
here's the thing: you watch Pat and Ian.
Not for a year.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
seen them in like probably 2 years.
I-
Not for
They'll make,
about
they'll
a
make
year.
fun of it. The problem is, like, I watched one of the videos earlier, and this thing, I hate watching the videos, but I need to keep up with the news because I'm interested in what the influencers say, you know. and they'll rail on this one thing that's like, oh, this game's available on the Switch already. Why would you buy an Amico for that game? And I'm like, you freaking idiot!
Right.
I wouldn't buy an Amico for that game.
Exactly.
Like, it's cool that it's on the Amico, but I'm buying it for the other games that are on the Amico and not anywhere else.
Right.
And oh, by the way, have these intuitive controls that work really cool on this touchpad.
That's the
dial.
whole
Like,
selling point of the Amico.
it's
That's the
funny,
whole
it's
thing.
the
Is the
whole time.
controller.
It's
It's
a
its own
disconnect.
It's a
And I
moot point
know,
because
this-
for all the people that criticize the Amico for having like mobile games and stuff, like how many mobile games are on the Switch?
Oh my god.
Facts.
How many of them are there?
Well, I mean,
Like-
a counterpoint to that would be yeah, who cares? You don't have to play them. You can buy Mario and Zelda and Metroid.
Right.
So that doesn't really hold up. What I would say would be like these games that you can play on the Amico that have the spin dial control that have this unique magical feeling to them that doesn't feel like this when you play your Switch games.
Or your phone.
It's special and unique.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
And what
right.
drives me insane is all the haters, all to a T.
Yeah.
I'm sure there will be an exception eventually, but all the haters currently, and you guys know this, have never played
No,
the
they
Amigo.
No.
That's why.
Exactly,
That's
which
why
is
it doesn't
insane
hold
to
up.
me.
That's
But
what
they'll
it
say
is.
something as fact to people who have actually played it.
Yeah.
I've never
Drives
seen
me
someone who
absolutely insane
played.
because I'm like I live 22 minutes away from Pat's house.
Wow.
Like we live so close.
That's hilarious.
You probably
Wow,
saw him at
really?
7-Eleven a couple times.
Yeah, they probably bumped into each other.
My beach house that I bought with my GameStop money is in the same city that Pat is in. So I know I'm gonna run into him eventually.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just a matter of time. I
That's
know
funny.
it's gonna happen.
Hopefully with the Amico
It's a
in hand.
small world, you know. I'm expecting to bump into him when we go out to the bars at one of these.
Oh, that'd be
nights.
amazing. Oh my
dude,
god,
that
that'd
would
be
be-
amazing.
I would love to hear about that.
It would be
man.
amazing. I'm looking forward
You
to
gotta
it
make a
more
video
than
on
he's.
Have a couple of drinks.
Yeah, I would have my full recording.
Oh, yeah.
But my point being, like, he lives so close to Intellivision.
Oh.
It's an hour and 10 minutes door to door.
That wouldn't be beneficial
and
to
he
him, though. That
and he
Yeah,
refuses.
he refuses.
it wouldn't
to,
be
play
beneficial.
it.
It wouldn't be beneficial for him to actually go play.
The hate would stop,
Yeah.
and that's where all the views and the clicks are coming from.
Yeah.
You don't want to stop that.
I honestly, I think maybe Tommy would disagree, but I think if Pat was like, "Look, Tommy, okay, I give in. I'll come see it." I think Tommy would be like, "All right, I'll let you come see it," and Pat could come up and still hate it. And I feel like that would be beneficial for him to say,
Yeah.
I went up, I played it, and it sucks balls.
Yeah.
Even if he's
Like, that
lying.
would benefit him more. Like, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would help. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would. Yeah, I think it would help, and I think he would have a hard time if he.
No, he would do it on purpose, though.
No, but I think
Yeah.
he's in too deep now. It's like
That's true.
It's like he can't change. He's already
But
doubled
but
down
the
on
thing
this
is,
whole
though,
thing. So it's
but
like
the thing is, I
that's
just
it.
don't understand why. Why do they care so much? Like,
Yeah.
if you don't like it,
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
it.
Right.
You don't gotta. You don't
Refer-
have to play it.
Please refer to comment number 3 of this podcast where I said
Yes.
people talk about the Amico
Clicks.
because it gets clicks.
Yes.
That's why he
Yeah.
cares.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He
there you
doesn't care because he's not trying to save people money or save them
Nah,
from a
he just-
scam.
yeah.
He's trying to get clicks.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
all he has
Slave
to
to the
talk about.
clicks.
That's all he has.
Slave to the clicks.
100%.
Now, Smash.
And the fact that people can't see this drives me insane. But there's nothing you can do about
That's
it.
true.
No, and we're not telling people to buy the damn thing. We're just
Besides-
telling them our experiences with it. That's it. That's it.
Exactly.
Try
That's
it.
true.
Try it before you buy it.
Besides Space Strikers, what other games did you play?
Biplane,
Biplanes?
Moon Patrol,
Moon Patrol. You
Actually,
played
actually did pretty good.
it.
in
You
that.
played it.
Dino Blaster,
I like
Dino
Dino
Blaster.
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 Bomberman, yep.
Evil Knievel,
What's that?
Evil Knievel.
Ah, Evil Knievel
That
was
was
a
my
sleeper.
stand-up.
You
That's
tried
the
the
sleeper.
you tried the multiplayer mode in Evil Knievel?
I did, and I loved
great.
it. And that is exclusive to the Amico,
Yep.
which
And people don't understand how
Pat
fun that is.
Pat refuses to acknowledge in his videos when he's talking about how Evil Knievel is a mobile phone game. It's like, it is. But it also has an additional mode that's multiplayer exclusive to the Amico that's its own game inside of the game that's actually really fun.
Yep.
But he doesn't want to talk about the positives. It's interesting how, I will agree that I tilt towards the positives, sometimes extreme. I'll admit to that, but I will. In the same vein, you have to say he tilts towards the negatives
Yeah.
to the extreme,
Right.
where he will not admit that there's positives ever.
Yeah.
That's
No,
He
not
will
right.
just
That's not cool.
ignore those, and then just trash on other things that fit his narrative.
Right.
Oh, that's a good thing that came out. Oh, that doesn't fit my narrative. Let's trash on something else.
Yeah, it
Oh,
destroys his
Smash
whole
It
argument.
JT
sucks,
invest
man.
money in it. Let's make fun of him instead of championing it for a positive idea for the
Right.
gaming community. Like, it's just no matter what it is, it gets twisted to a negative with
Yeah.
him. So it drives me insane that people don't. Well, maybe people do see it, but they just want their own mentality to be reinforced. You know what I mean? They just want to hear what they want to hear to make them feel better.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
feel like if it's not for you, it's not for you. Man.
Yeah,
You're
just
not
leave
the
it
audience. If you don't like it, it's not for you.
All the clone systems they have in the malls playing in the middle, like, and they have all these Atari games in and stuff. It's like buy it $60, you get 20 games, whatever.
Right.
None of those interest me. I can
Nope.
care less. I won't buy them. I don't care. They're
Right.
there. I'm
Right.
not mad that they exist.
which, by the way, that's when I first heard of the Miko. That's what I thought it was going to be. I'm like, oh, another clone system with generic
Right.
games on it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Right.
And then I was like, oh wait, no, these are actually unique games that are being created specifically for the system.
Yep.
Yes, there are some ports. Holy shit. Every console there are ports on some of
Ports
them.
on
Like,
every console.
all they do is focus on the ports.
Mario Kart
and they're
8 is a
like,
port.
What a joke.
The top selling game this freaking time is a port.
Yes, it's true.
Drives me insane.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
But I got one quick question for you. So how does it feel to not have to deal with like clicks for your YouTube videos? How does it feel to just do a YouTube like you feel like you can do for the hell of it and not care what happens afterwards? You can put out what you want.
It feels like the way YouTube should feel.
Yes.
And I feel like that's been lost.
Oh, very much has.
Yes.
Yeah,
And that's my honest answer.
I agree.
That's really all I have to say about
No, that's
it.
exactly what I expected. 'Cause I was like,
Yeah.
imagine how that must be. To actually just put out what you want and not care about, or not have to rely on, I didn't get 100 million clicks on this thing.
Algorithms
Yeah, yeah.
and
Yeah.
what's
And I
popular.
will tell you, like a little personal thing is, I don't want to say it makes me happy, but there's a little bit in there that's very satisfying to know that the people that can't stand me are they don't have anything. They're just like they can't do anything. I don't care.
And that there is the true
Like, you
power.
forget that, and now it's like, nope,
There's
don't
nothing
care.
wrong with that.
Exactly.
That's the definition
that's-
of power right there. Like that's what it should be. It's
And
like,
happiness.
Yes,
Happiness
exactly.
with that. Yes.
You can't
That's
stop
happiness.
my
like-
happiness.
it's like
That's
that-
what it is.
I'm happy.
it's like y'all throwing rocks, but my wall's too high to even like. I can't even. You can't
throw
even
that high,
throw it
man.
up. You can't throw that
can't
high.
throw that
My-
high.
I can't even
wall-
see you while you're down
Throw
there.
it up there.
Some of
And
these folks gonna watch this and be like, "Oh, I hate him."
Yeah. Smash. We always said here that you would probably make
Oh.
one of the best all-time wrestling managers if you ever were. I was like, dude, he missed his calling because
Yes.
Smash would be awesome on the mic, and he would get that hate instantly.
Hell yeah.
He would get that hit, and no one and nobody would hit him until like a WrestleMania. They would put his ass through a table, and everyone would be like, "Yes, they finally got him!"
Like get that heat.
Yeah, he would get that heat, but he would be so good at it, though, man.
You know how like the Paul
You know
brothers
what
do in
the
boxing?
funniest part about that is like, what an awkward backhanded compliment that I have. I'm like, I'm not trying to piss people off. I'm just being me, and everyone fucking hates me.
That's an occupation in itself.
No, that
listen, like-
it takes charisma. It takes
Yeah,
being
yeah.
clever with the tongue. Pause.
Hell yeah.
It takes a lot of like. No, it's true.
Yeah.
No, it takes
Yeah.
that's like the best.
You know what? If I was going to be a wrestling manager to anyone, you know who would be? One person. There's only one person I'd do it for.
Who's that? Current or old school?
Hulk Hogan.
You better know this guy too. You probably
Is it
don't.
old
And if
school?
you don't-
No.
So it's probably.
No, he's not even a professional wrestler.
Oh shit.
Oh, two.
Please tell me you know Nerdy Nick.
Nerdy Nick.
Oh wait.
Do I know that, Nick?
I've seen him. Big ass fucking. He looks like a wrestler.
He is a wrestler, unprofessional. He is like The Rock that is not in the WWE.
Really?
Like he is
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who
gigantic.
that is either.
You need to
And I can
manage
vouch-
him.
I can vouch. I met him. He came to my house. I met him in person, and I was like, "Holy shit, you are bigger than I even expected."
Introduce this man. Be his manager. Do
Yo,
this.
you know what? Smash, just do a promo.
Yes.
Dude, just do a promo with him, and he
Yes,
just
I
sits
got
there
it,
and
oh
just
God.
looks.
You don't have to say anything.
He just looks angry and
You
shit.
guys gotta have. You guys promise me one thing. You do me a favor. I come on this podcast with you as a favor for you. You do me a favor.
that?
That's how this works.
Hell
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Depends on the favor.
Okay, you promise me.
Depends on-
All five. I get your promise here. You get Nerdy Nick on your podcast.
Okay.
Hey, if he
Okay.
wants to be on the show, definitely.
We'll get it done.
We're gonna get it
Oh,
done.
yeah.
If he wants
He
to,
100% will be. If you invite him, he'll do
Okay.
it.
done.
Oh,
Then he's
Very
cool
nice.
with
Okay.
us.
And you,
Nerdy
I
Nick on
promise
Twitter.
you guys will love him. He's amazing.
Nerdy
You
Nick.
have to do his introduction, though.
Oh, you're gonna
As
do all the
manager.
talking. You're doing all
As-
the
I
talking.
think honestly, this is his introduction.
This is
That's
All right.
awesome, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? That sounds like a good idea.
And you know what?
Done
We should,
deal.
you know how like the Paul brothers have boxing. You know they try. We gotta do wrestling, right?
Hey,
Wrestling
we're already in
section.
Retromania, man.
There
We
you
got
go.
we got
Yeah.
the
We're
connection.
in
We got- we're in the
Retromania.
wrestling game.
Yes.
And our first challenges. No, I'm sorry.
I tell you, I want to go through a table so bad.
He said, "I
I
want
go
to
through. I would
I
go
do. I
through.
want to go through a table.
I would go through.
Let
Too.
us know in the chat
What?
who we're gonna go. I'm sorry.
Who do you want? Yeah.
No,
all
they're
right.
gonna say they're gonna come up with some crazy shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wait, I'm trying to look at on Twitter to see which one is he on Twitter?
Yes, he's on Twitter. His Twitter handle is. My computer's frozen. I'm gonna check my phone. Hold on a second. Good times.
I see a few of them here, so I'm not sure.
Yo, internet on the
that like
coast
an
is like
underscore or
crazy.
something?
It's always crazy over there. East Coast internet is decent. I don't know, but it's over there.
No, it's New York.
Oh,
New
dude.
York's got the best. New York's
Remember I
got
showed you I sent you the website.
the
with
list. Yes.
Yeah.
The worldwide internet.
It's
like
crazy.
What countries have the best internet and the fastest?
Like India has like
We're
the best,
12th
right?
for broadband.
Like India
We're
or
12th.
Europe.
We're
Yeah,
12th.
somewhere
Damn,
along.
we're 12.
The
Yeah.
U.S. is 12th place.
The fuck?
Yeah,
far
overseas
as
is
the fastest.
ridiculous.
It's
They're
up there.
small.
It's
'Cause
up
U.S.
there.
is huge. You got a lot of
It's
land
up
to
there.
cover.
Well, that's true too. It's because
You got a lot of land to cover.
we're a bigger country.
Yeah,
in a
I
lot
think
of
like
these.
Unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
Hong
I know.
Kong is like 2.
America.
We're America. We're America.
Or America.
Hong Kong.
We have the best everything. Wait, what?
Okay.
Yeah,
He said, yeah, okay.
12th place.
All right, so his Twitter handle. His Twitter handle is
I
at
had
Buff
buff
Nerd.
nerd.
Buff nerd.
That buff nerd. He's a buff nerd.
That is a funny.
BUFFNERD.
Consider it done.
Yeah.
And look at his profile picture and tell me he's not a professional
We
wrestler.
gotta start. We
Oh,
gotta kickstart
Jesus.
a whole career.
Wait, is he? Wait, is that him? Well, I mean, looks like a monster.
You see, wait, what?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah,
He's
that's
a
a
monster.
monster.
Oh, God.
Actor,
damn.
YouTuber,
So,
bodybuilder,
I
gamer,
had-
father.
I had him over
that's
my
that's him,
house.
right?
Yeah, that's definitely him.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Following him right now.
I had him over my house, and we went in the pool. He brought his girlfriend, and my kids were here, and I was throwing my daughter in the pool, and I was throwing her like 5 feet, and she's like, wee! And he's like, all right, let me try. And he throws her, and he like,
You don't
It's
know
in your-
no strength.
Your freaking neighbor's pool.
Wow.
It's like the Incredible Hulk tossing somebody. It's like, oops. Here
You
you go.
threw my daughter in the
I got a
ocean.
picture of it. She's like 35 feet in the air. I'm like, don't call child services.
Wow.
She's like,
Oh, I'm
Hit
sure
it,
she loved that. I'm
Wow.
sure she loved
Oh my God.
that. I'm sure.
Oh,
That must have been
man.
something.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'll reach out to him soon. Actually, I'll reach out to him. I'll send him a message tomorrow.
That's gonna happen.
hey, tell him I sent it. He'll be on. I
Oh,
promise
cool.
you.
And then I'll tell him after we have him on. I want the two of y'all to send us a video cutting the promo.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I think
That'd be
it'd
fucking
amazing.
hysterical.
I would.
That'd be
I will fall out of my
We were
damn
talking
chair.
about that for so long.
Yeah,
We were like,
and
smash
make it like 5 minutes just talking shit, just talking mad shit.
about the Amico haters.
yeah.
They be like, talk now.
Yeah.
Talk now.
Fuck
Look, I
all
got-
you. I can't hear you because I'm so high above all you
This is so
fucks.
Toledo. This is Amico.
Living in your parents' basement, you fucking.
Actually, Tommy would be a good
Childhood.
freaking manager, too.
Tommy
Oh,
good.
Tommy would be an amazing manager.
And Tommy's great.
The video would be
That's
like a half
definitely
hour
that's
long.
definitely a calling.
Dude, run for
Dude,
somebody.
that's definitely a calling name.
Oh, Tommy would be hilarious, dude.
It would be fun.
He would never stop talking.
Oh, that would be awesome.
He's like, yo, it's only a 3-hour show.
Yeah.
You'd be like, Tommy, shut up. We gotta watch the show. Stop talking, man.
He'd be like, hold on, I'm gonna be commentator. I gotta switch roles to be commentator. I'm not stopping.
Man,
Promo is 30 minutes. What the hell?
I interrupted your match and hit you with a chair like douche. like that'd be his catchphrase like douche. When we talk to him next, I'll
Yeah,
bring that
yeah,
up to him. Bring it
Which
up to
is
him.
soon.
which
Yeah.
is real
Actually,
soon.
Is that
very
next
soon.
week?
That is
Yeah.
Next week?
Oh,
yeah,
Tommy's
yeah,
next
yeah.
week.
That's next week.
Oh, shit.
So we dropping the bombs here.
No, you got Tommy
Yes,
next
we
week.
are.
Tommy's next week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Hey, tell him I said my
Oh,
best.
yeah, we always will.
Tommy's
But,
always a fun time.
Before we sign off, anyone got any last questions?
No, I think
It's
that's
Max.
it.
That's it. Yeah.
Everyone's always afraid to ask me a question because they're like, oh no, it's gonna last an hour if we ask you.
Well, I had to get
I could go off.
I got the wrestling question now. I wanted to know about the,
All right, cool.
that's that's the most important one.
I'm happy about all the
Yeah,
jewels
exactly.
dropped during this episode.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for that.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Smash,
Yeah.
for dropping jewels on them all.
And congratulations on all your success, man.
Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
Yeah,
good.
man. It's good to see
Congratulations,
somebody
bro.
happy.
Yeah, we actually like when people are doing well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, call us crazy.
Oh, what is that? You're
Yeah, no,
happy?
crazy, right?
hell?
People doing good.
I don't know how to respond to that. That's really weird.
We're gonna be
and
keeping an eye
confusing.
out.
I'm so
We're
used to
watching
people
you.
fronting
We're
and-
watching you, Smash. We're gonna wait and
Yeah,
see what happens.
We're waiting for your downfall now.
We're waiting for you to
Waiting for
No,
the
actually-
fall.
It's gonna be an
So fucked.
epic
So
crash
fucked
and
up.
burn for my life, and the haters are gonna be so happy.
Like, yes.
Like
There's gonna be a
yeah.
parade.
We
on the
did
streets,
this.
like,
We did this.
Nah, man, it's good to see somebody doing well.
Yeah.
And doing YouTube and doing well
Hell yeah.
without the pressures.
Yeah,
That's what we need to see. We need to see more of that from everybody.
I can't wait for you guys to watch the GameStop video. You guys are gonna be like, holy shit, that's
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I'll be glued to that shit.
Yep. Oh, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see that.
I
It's gonna be
watched
fun.
it. I'm like, I was so nervous, man. I was so nervous. They had the cameras up in my face, and like they were like professional Hollywood, like the HD
Oh,
big
that's
things
dope.
right in my face. And I'm like, oh, I'm ready for this. I do YouTube all the time. They're like, all right, and action. And I'm just like,
This ain't YouTube. This ain't YouTube. Shit. No, what the hell?
Oh man,
I'm
No,
used
I
to doing
can't.
this on my own. What
I
the
can't
hell?
wait. I can't wait to see.
Nah,
that.
that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
gonna be crazy.
Did they say there's a date for that or no?
I just actually talked to Jonah Toulis, the director. He said it was delayed a month because they got Rod Uberkicks, one of the other early investors who actually started the website GameStopDueDiligence.com, known as GMEDD.com. And they got him late. They had to fly to Texas separately and then inject his commentary throughout the video after it was completed, but it still flows perfectly because they asked the same questions to him. but it delayed it. So it was supposed to come out at the end of this month. Now it's supposed to come out towards Thanksgiving, and potentially still on the table going to movie theaters.
Oh,
which would
that's
be-
awesome. That's so dope.
Which would be great. If it goes to movie theaters, I will
I'm
go
going to movie
IMDb.
theater. If it's in the
Yeah,
movie theaters, I'm
like-
going to movie theaters.
No,
You gotta
we
do
are
a
too.
selfie with your big face on the screen.
Yeah.
behind you. You have
Hell
to.
yeah.
You
Yes,
have to
yes.
do that.
Dude,
You'll
that's
be able to
great.
see all my nose hairs.
That's
Yes.
fucking
That would
awesome.
be crazy.
Oh man.
Nah, man.
Nah,
Congrats
looking
on
forward to it,
everything.
man.
That's
For
fucking-
Black Friday.
That's gonna be awesome.
Hopefully, it'll be out there.
Yeah, I'll pop out there.
That would be
Just make
crazy.
popcorn in the
That'd be
edible, and I'll be good to go.
Oh, man.
What? What happened?
You go to the movies with an edible. Yeah,
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Nice trivia. All
you
right.
come back and like, hey,
No, no.
after the
An
message-
edible,
and
an
after the
edible
movie,
is
right?
not bad.
You
Yeah,
feel me,
no,
right?
an edible
No,
in the
and
movie
after
theater
the
is great.
back
and
and be
after
like-
the movie's over, he's just gonna be sitting in his chair like,
Yeah,
Hey, like, yo, Smash, what do you think about what?
When's this,
Legal
movie
in there.
when's this movie gonna start? You're staring at the wall, bro. What? Oh,
I'm calling them on Skype and shit like,
Yo,
leave
I
me
just
alone. Leave me alone.
I just met
screen's
Smash
over
JT. I just met him.
Well, hey, just to be honest though, after I got sent a test screening of part of it, and I was like, holy shit, I look like I'm like 35 pounds. I'm like, that camera
Puts
really
on the
got
pound.
me.
The camera puts on the
Just
weight.
saying.
Puts on 10 pounds,
Shit,
man.
for 10 pounds, right?
Damn.
Yeah.
It really got me.
Damn.
It really got me.
man.
So that wasn't a lie. I was like, man, I look like I have like a widescreen
Oh.
face, but it's cool. Whatever.
But you're on the screen though. You're gonna be on TV.
Yeah, you're on TV.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You guys gotta love it. I can't wait till it comes out. Reggie's in the chat. I can't wait for Reggie to see it because Reggie's been with me through this whole thing. I've been chatting with him about it, so I can't wait. I'm very
That
excited.
should be, dude.
That's definitely.
Yeah, that seemed great.
That's
Definitely.
awesome as fuck, dude. I can't wait for that. I gotta see that. Definitely gotta see that.
All right, man.
I'll never forget the day. I know we're winding this down, but I had a feeling that I'll never feel again in my life. The day that the GameStop run up actually happened, where it went from 60 to like, I don't even fucking know, like 150 to $200. I don't even know what it was. And I remember running up because I was working. I had like a conference call at my job. And we were talking about mundane shit, and I'm just like, yep, okay. And I looked over at my phone, and it like dinged about GameStop. I was like, what? I was like, I gotta go, guys. I'll be right back. So like, okay. And I left, and I ran and went to my wife, and I showed her my phone, and she was like, what's happening? I'm like, I don't know.
And then your thumbnail actually was reality when your mouth was huge.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
Great feeling.
That's
man.
amazing.
It's like the lottery, man.
Yeah, man.
No, that is a lottery, man.
That's a lottery.
Stocks and
That
shit.
is a
How
lottery
people
story.
do. Back in the day, I was just saying, I was like, my literally, not even joking, my intention with investing in GameStop was to get a PlayStation. That was my. I was like, if I put like
Right.
$600
Right.
in, that'll cover tax. Maybe if it doubles, I get a free PlayStation 5, and then I can sell it, and then I can have my money that I put in back.
Thinking like a
The
gamer.
simple
And
things.
Thinking like a gamer.
That's
Yeah,
that's gamer thought process,
that's a
man.
gamer thought process. Yeah,
Exactly. I was just
Yep.
thinking about the game. That's
That
all I
is-
cared about.
that is 100%.
Something crazy. That's
100%.
crazy, man.
so dope.
Yep.
I should have invested in GameStop.
Now you can buy Konami.
Now you can buy Konami.
There you go.
Yeah. Oh God.
And fix.
It's got to be cheap. It's got to
Can
be cheap.
somebody?
It's got to be cheap now.
Somebody buy it, please.
Somebody buy Sega, please.
Someone buy Sega, Konami.
I mean, literally, all you got to do is don't even buy Konami. Just be like, hey, let me just do Castlevania and Silent Hill. I got you.
Sony apparently has that, but we'll see. But yeah,
Shall
man.
see.
Contra.
So as always, I know we got to end it. We don't want to end it because it's a special moment. But we appreciate your time and thank you for coming on the show once
Hell yeah,
again.
man.
Yes,
Yeah, always a
appreciate
good
that,
time.
Smash.
Guys, always a pleasure. The pleasure is all mine. And you already know this. Assuming my life isn't insane as crazy hell, like I was telling you, I will try my best to make time for you anytime you want. Especially if it's something that relates to something I know about, like tonight was the Amico. I'm more than happy to come on. Don't hesitate to ever reach out. I love you guys, and you're amazing. And someday, the freaking YouTube algorithm will recognize you for the talent you are, and you're gonna blow up, and I can't
Appreciate
wait.
that.
Thank you, man. We
Thank
love
you.
you.
Don't, hey,
And also,
forget
there
about-
will be a time when we meet in person. That will happen. I can see.
Oh,
that.
100%. 100%. Don't, but I was going to say, don't forget about me when you blow up. Don't, remember.
You gotta take back that astral chain comment.
There were some factual comments you made. I can't
did
get
win us
past
back.
them.
But
I
we're
can't get
gonna
past them. No, of course.
You guys are great. You guys are great. Seriously. Keep it up. Keep doing your thing. And it's just a matter of time.
Yep.
Genuinely.
Appreciate that, Smash.
Thank you,
Thank
Smash.
you.
That means a lot,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you, chat, for
Absolutely.
sticking through the whole show.
Yep.
Awesome time, as always.
Smash like I'm gonna go to bed on my bed of money.
You guys ever see Breaking Bad?
Yes,
That-
yes,
that-
exactly.
That big fat black guy that just lays down on it. I didn't make that. I wish. I need to get a Winnebago and go to the desert to make that kind of money.
All right, man, and that's all we got for y'all.
All right,
Until
Smash.
next
Smash.
time.
Have a good
Peace.
one, brother.
Later.
Take care.
Bye.
Too funny.
All right, guys.
Super Boo.
Boo in the chat, what's
Spirit
going
bomb.
on?
For Boo in the chat, what's going on, everybody? Thank you so much, everybody in the chat. Thank
Chat
you
is
so much.
live.
Hope you enjoyed
You guys
that, y'all.
know
That was a
the
good one.
deal. If you haven't watched our channel before, this is your first time watching this,
Mm-hmm.
subscribe to the channel so you can get more of this.
Mm-hmm.
And also hit that like button if you're watching this right now, because that helps us get to more people. It helps the algorithm.
Tell
You know
your
what I mean?
peeps.
It helps
Don't
that-
you want to help us?
It helps that out.
Tell the people.
That's right, man.
Subscribe.
That's right. Follow us on all the social media, especially Discord, because I did put up a post in the middle of the podcast, and you got to check it out.
And check out our live stream schedule. Our live stream.
Our live stream.
I was thinking about ice cream.
You think about ice cream?
I was thinking
Are you
about ice
hungry?
cream.
You
I'll
hungry?
definitely get some ice cream.
Oh,
now.
you hungry, son? You hungry?
Chocolate chip cookie, though. Let's go.
So our live stream
Oh,
schedule.
man. Chocolate
Yeah.
cookies.
First Monday of every month
Yeah, we got
at
the-
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the
Yeah.
Indie eShop recap,
That is right.
where we look at the Switch trailers of the month and tell y'all what's hot and fire and indie as hell.
And Indian.
Yeah.
No.
Indians.
He said no.
And then we got
The video game podcast.
our video game podcast, which is what you're watching now. Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Wednesday, we got a guest, or it could be just us.
And I think
Whatever it is, it's going to be entertaining. And what do we got next week? Something very special, right?
we got a good
Next month.
Tommy Tallarico.
Next week.
Next week.
I said next
Next
He
month.
said
month.
next month. I'm like, no,
Next
no.
week.
Whoops.
Next week.
So be sure to be here Wednesday, 7:30.
Deej in your face.
Wow. Wow, my
Yeah,
God. Wow, my guy. Wow.
And then we have Tetris Tuesdays with Algie. We have Throwback Thursdays with me. And we got Fighter Fridays with Big Choco here.
Choco.
Hell
And-
yeah.
You know, shows pending name titles. You know, we're in a structure change. You'll watch.
We're doing a rebranding of
Yeah.
our live stream shows, but
Be sure to check it out.
you're going to check it out. It's going to be fun.
Yes.
It's going to
Yep.
be good.
gonna
And
be
I
great.
actually brought it up on the Tetris Tuesday. I threw it out there, let everybody know that. And everybody was in agreement. So
Nice.
it's good stuff, man. It's all good. But
Moves, yo.
everybody out there, until next week, it's been fun, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.